From the unusual studios of Arizona, bare-knuckle 41 promises a drastically better. Wait, you hear that? What? What's going on? Anyway, let's go with the MMA Holes. All right. Yeah. That was a complete cluster F. How you doing, friends? What's going on? That was the worst intro of all time. Welcome to the stream. What the? Oh. What the? Well, you're going to have to deal with me contrasty. I don't know why this camera keeps doing this. The camera that we have, I don't know why it keeps doing this, but I had it fixed. The problem was all fixed, ready to go. And then all of a sudden, it gets all contrasty on me. I didn't change anything. It's a bug in Insta360 link. It's usually really good, but all right, you're going to have to deal with me looking like this. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Yeah, great digital effects. Like, what the fluke? It's not supposed to look like this. Anyway, we have a lot to get to tonight. The reason why we're a couple minutes late, we'll tell you in a second. There's a new studio name. So we'll get to that in a second. Let's get to our sponsors. Very distracting, this camera. The sponsors of the program are CBDX.com. The promo code is MMA-HOLES for 20% off. MyBookie.ag. Promo code MMA-HOLES for 100% match in your first deposit. Head Rush, 20% off. Promo code MMA-HOLES. Link in the description. And on Wednesday of next week, we're going to be showing ex-MMA live on our channel thanks to Head Rush. So check their link out in the description. And Sheath Underwear. Promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off. Sheath Underwear, link in the description. ESPN Plus, if you want to watch the fights this Saturday. And speaking of the fights this Saturday, there is an event going on, the UFC Vegas 72, and it's getting overshadowed by a bare-knuckle card that is happening this weekend. It's going to be crazy on Saturday. The fight reaction is going to be through the roof, and bare-knuckle is just saying, hey, man, we're the big player on Saturday, as they have Perry versus Rockhold and Mendes versus Alvarez. Ben Rothwell's fighting Christine Ferreira.
Wonderful.
They're not fighting each other, but they are on the card. It's stacked, man. Jam-packed, stacked. It is a pay-per-view, so we'll be reacting to that as well. And we are from the unusual studios of Arizona because, ladies and gentlemen, there was an unusual occurrence that happened before the show. $500 donation from DIAZ. Come on! What? No way!
500 MMA holes, 500 we dropped on the show, 500 bills in the air, 500 shake it derriere. World domination, here we come. Here's 500 reasons why we crush their bums. Greatest community in the world. Smoke that reefer, boys and girls. Sucking that green into my lungs, using bidets to clean my buns. Hanging with fight buddies throughout the night, watching UFC, enjoying some fights. Knockout submissions, decisions, and more. I want to rub MMA into my balls. Whoever dropped the 500 on the show, you're a legend. MMA hole.
Unbelievable. Crazy. Craziness.
The Unusual Studios.
Anytime a $500 donation comes in, you get to rename the studio. D-Rest does it again. Does it again. The Unusual Studios of Arizona. I mean, D-Rest has been on fire. Absolutely on fire. Thank you, D-Rest. I mean, this has been this has been going nuts lately. This has been going absolutely nuts, and I really appreciate the support. We're getting closer to our website goal over here. So thank you to D-Rest for being
wonderful.
DETH in the chat. Death in the chat for D-Rest. Thank you so much to everyone that donates. Thank you so much. I right before we went live, I was like, okay, all right, we got everything ready to go. And then all of a sudden I see that, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, dude, it never gets old. My mouth drops. I love, just get over here. You got $500. Anyway, thank you, D-Rest. We're going to open up phone lines later in the show, so jump in our free Discord down below, and we will get you guys to call in. Very simple. I'm going to rattle through the stories, talk about what's going on here, of course. Make sure that we always, when we go live, make sure we always put in a request for monetization. We have to beg the YouTube gods and say, please, monetize us. The request has been sent. Oh, I got great news. So out of the last 3 streams, our last stream actually got monetized. And the 2 before that, not so much. Okay, so we got some greens over there. Maybe we're making progress. BKFC is happening, and I am actually very excited. Mike Perry versus Rockhold. It's a fight that makes 0 sense. Mike Perry is 2-0 in the BKFC ring, and Luke Rockhold is 0-0-0-0, making his debut in the bare-knuckle activities. It feels like a fight that should never happen, right? But when Mike Perry fought MVP, that wasn't supposed to happen, and he wound up winning that thing. He's mouthing off to Rockhold. Rockhold's mouthing off to him. They've been trotting around doing the media scene, and now they're going to slam knuckles into foreheads and cheeks and chins on Saturday night. It's the main event of a card that has Mendes versus Alvarez, Christine Ferreira versus Beck Rawlings, and Rothwell finally has someone to dance with, as he's got this guy Copeland, who's 1-0. Copeland reminds me of a caveman, and John C. Reilly had a baby. And that caveman is Ben Rothwell. It's Ben Rothwell. It's Caveman versus John C. Reilly that's going down here. So very excited about that. Chris Carmozzi, former UFC fighter, back in the bare-knuckle ring. It's going to be a fun card. So we'll be looking at this on Saturday night. We'll be reacting to these fights. And then across the other side of things, the UFC has Song versus Simone, which is a good fight. But when we put the poll up, we got a lot of this.
Wonderful.
We got Sonosi coming in with the donation.
So what happened to last night's stream? I missed the rest of the funny. Also congrats, Death. I think you have the record of studio changes in a month.
Dude, nuts.
I'll wait for you to try to 1K or above me.
Dude, it's crazy. D-Rest has been going bonkers, and we couldn't appreciate it more. Thank you, Sonosi, for the $2 donation. Last night's stream, we were live on our gaming channel. I got high. I went off to heat up some food, and I forgot that my phone was still up here, and there was an alarm that was set. And my alarm, my generic alarm for everything, is the Jitterbug by Wham. Because isn't that everyone's alarm, right? I had no idea. So as I was bringing up my heated up food back to the stream, I heard it echoing through the hallways. I was like, oh, shit, the alarm's going off. Wham whammed us. As Google, not only, they blocked the video. They blocked the entire stream. So however long we were streaming last night, YouTube was like, yeah, that stream's not good. So I took that portion out. So I'm hoping that without that little chunk of Jitterbug, the stream will get back up. So keep on refreshing. And, dude, we got whammed. I can't even believe it. George Michael, I don't know. YouTube is a very broken thing. It's like just say okay, just delete this and the video's good. But yeah, we got slammed by a couple of minutes or maybe a minute, 2 minutes, I don't know, of Jitterbug. Okay. Anyway, that's the explanation to that. So yeah, I don't like this camera, man. I don't like that's doing this. It's really driving me nuts. Yeah, it's fucking so stupid. Let's see. can't seem to figure out why this camera does this, and it's very, very annoying. It's more of a, I don't know if it's an OBS thing or what. Anyway, you're going to have to deal with it. I'm going to have to deal with it. It drives me nuts. Like, it's a really good camera, but for some reason, all right, it seems like that's lined up. Anyway, okay. I'll look like a fucking cartoon. All right, so Simone versus Song is a fight that's happening, and here's the card. Let's take a peek at it. This is the appetizer to the UFC 288 card. What's the Sterling versus Cejudo? It is 288, yes. So 288, May 6th, right around the corner. And this is the last fight card of April 9th. Now, not the best card ever, but somewhat interesting matchup. No, it sucks. It's terrible. The only thing I'm excited about on this card is Cody Durden. Our buddy Cody Durden has a big fight. He's plus money, Cody, and he's fighting a guy named Charles Johnson. These guys have been barking at each other on social media for a minute, and listen, if you don't like my crazy scream reactions, you're definitely not going to want me to watch me react to this. Because when we got an MMA hole going to war...
I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
Oh! The Hearns! Dropping a 29!
Hey, I
A
want to ask you guys,
$29
what time is it?
donation! Wow!
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
Beer. Clinking beer mugs.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Hearns. Wow. Holy smokes. A $29 donation. You're a legend, Hearns. Thank you.
Wonderful,
Thank you.
wonderful.
Legendary. D-Rest 500. Hearns 29. Jeez. Sonosi dropping donos. Thank you so much, guys. Fucking savages. So back to the point over. Oh, yeah. And according to Tropic Tom in the chat, this is not hooked up to a capture card. It's literally a webcam, just right into the computer. It's weird. It's a bizarre thing. Every once in a while it does this. But I've realized I've gone anyway, that's a technical conversation. So this fight over here, Durden versus Charles Johnson. Durden getting plus money in the fight. So you know I got to go with my boy Cody Durden. Charles Johnson and him are yapping back and forth, and I'm pumped up, man. Cody Durden was also the guy that went out there and got into a lot of hot water about sending his opponent to China after he beat him. So I'm hoping that he sends Charles Johnson back to the United States after he gets the win. Come on, Cody.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, D-Rest dropped 500, man. Dude, it's nuts. D-Rest has been going crazy. He's been flexing on the MMA-Holes. It's been crazy. So I'm excited about that. Anyone in the chat excited about this fight over here, or are you just like, hey, man, Cody Durden's been on the Holes a couple of times. We'll root for him or against him, or I don't know. Any interest in this fight over here, or am I just going to be enjoying it by myself? Screw technical details. Let's talk testicle details. Nice. Let's see. Holy shy. D-Rest? Yeah, D-Rest. Dude, that's why you want to get here early, because D-Rest doesn't even wait for the show. He doesn't even wait until the show gets going. He just says, hey, man, I'm going to drop a bomb on you while you're setting up the stream or when you're in the shower. I'm going to drop a bomb on you guys, and when you hit that computer, you're going to see something delightful. And it shocks the fuck out of me every time he does that. Anyway, somebody show D-Rest these boobs. They're boobs. Okay, I'll show him my boobs. Actually, I showed my boob on our last stream. I actually showed a hairy titty on our last stream. It was wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let me look at the rest of this card over here, because I do want to get to phone calls fairly early tonight. And we're going to go through some stories as well. I must do it since you guys have been so generous with the donations. So we got, which is pretty cool, we got a donation.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Uh-oh.
My cracker, will you try to test the super chart test for more YouTube cloud this Saturday by chance? Dog, ya need one of these pimps to flex the community with more big donations. Make it rain for new toys.
Thank you, Uncle Blackface Moss. I don't know. I'm gonna stay with Streamlabs. I'm not like, listen, our community is fucking strong. You know, it's pretty strong, and we still grow it on fight nights. So I could take these tests, but right now you guys are keeping us going strong here. So I'm going to keep the Streamlabs. We got Super Chats if anyone wants to use that, but I like to push the Streamlabs so we don't give 30% to the evil Google people. But thank you, my man, Uncle Blackface Moss. Appreciate that. So Martin Bidet versus Jake Collier is on the card as well. Steve Aoki's on the card, which is pretty cool. He's fighting Trey Waters. On this card, a lot of...
Who the fuck is that guy?
Let's see. Stephanie Egger versus a silhouette. Journey Newson versus another silhouette. Haley Cohen. Hey, fight a silhouette. There you go. That's my breakdown. When are you and Guru gonna do a podcast together? You guys, I don't think the internet could handle that. I got to be honest with you. I don't think the internet could handle something like that. So, who knows? Who knows if it will ever happen, or we will ever care for it to happen? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we put a poll up on the YouTube section, the community section, excuse me, of our channel. And it seems like a very stupid question, but I figured let's just put it out there anyway, because we're an MMA channel, and realistically, bare knuckle is boxing, right? We choose MMA over boxing all the time. That's how we work over here. But bare knuckle is kind of like it's different. It's very, very different. It doesn't feel like boxing. It's exciting, so it's nothing like boxing. Which event are you most interested in this Saturday? So far, 482 votes. 17% of those 400, UFC Vegas 72, Song versus Simone. The 83% of our audience, BKFC 41, Perry versus Rockhold. Now, I wanted to know in the chat, are you shocked by this? And the people that did put the 17% in, I do want to know, like, why do you rather see UFC? Is it because it's just better, better talents? I mean, if you think about it, a lot of these BKFC fighters, they're rejected from the UFC. But BKFC is doing something that's just very smart. It works. Their product is very exciting. There's not many boring fights, and if there are, it goes quickly. It's only 5 rounds that you got to deal with, and they're short rounds. They're 3-minute rounds, but they're picking up guys that are decent personalities, guys that are interesting. So yeah, maybe their best days are behind them when it comes to mixed martial arts, but their personalities make it fascinating. And a lot of these guys don't want to get wrestle fucked anymore. They don't want that. They want to go out there and just sling knuckles around, beat each other up, see who's a tougher guy. This is real BMF shit. BKFC, like the UFC puts the BMF belt out there. That's not this is BMF stuff. You take the gloves off, you go in there, you don't fucking wrestle each other. You just beat each other down until the last one standing. Rockhold will be fighting Mike Perry. Now I want to look at this matchup here between these guys. So let's go to let me pull this up on Tapology. And it's BKFC, 41? BKFC 41. Sure. BKFC 41. I tried to get Christine Ferreira on this week, but I understand she's a very busy woman, man. She's defending her belt this Saturday. But after the fights are done and Ferreira is done and Roth, I was going to reach out to Ben today. I was like, I don't want to bother these fucking guys. I got to be honest with you, I want to talk to them, but it's fight week. These guys are getting ready for war, So I'm going to get them after the fights. I'll have them come on because Ben's an awesome dude. Christine's fantastic. I hope Christine wins. I really do, man. She doesn't have an easy fight. She's fighting a kangaroo. Beck Rawlings. Remember Beck Rawlings in the UFC? Christine, 40 years of age. Beck, 34. 5'6", Beck. 5'5", Christine Ferreira. And Beck's got a 64.5-inch reach. We don't know she's the champion. How do we not have Christine's? She's been around forever. How do we not have her reach? Should I text her and ask her what her reach is? No, I'm not going to bother her. Anyway, I'm rooting hard for Christine, man. It's funny, we made friends with her opponent before. Then we had Christine on. And Christine is just awesome. She is the fucking coolest. Follow her on social media, Christine Ferreira. She's just one of the nicest people out there. She's funny. she's a lesbian, and who doesn't like lesbians, right? So Christine Ferreira is looking to defend the belt. I hope she beats the shit out of Beck Rawlings. I really do. She beat up Taylor Starlin pretty bad. You're looking at the fight between Rockhold and Mike Perry. I got to be honest with you, it doesn't make any sense if you think about what Luke Rockhold has done with his career and what Mike Perry has done. When they made this fight, I was like, this is ridiculous. But I felt like we had to be open-minded because of Perry beating Michael Venom Page. But when you think about MVP and you think about Luke Rockhold, one was a former UFC champion, Strikeforce champion, and then there's MVP. Luke Rockhold is a guy that was one of the scariest middleweights out there. The key word is was, right? And when it came to his grappling and use of his legs, that's what made him deadly. Now he's handcuffed. It's just his fists. And if you think boxers, I guess the logic is Mike Perry should be a better boxer. Luke Rockhold's a big, strong former UFC champion. But is he as good of a boxer as Mike Perry? Tune in Saturday to find out. Rockhold 6'3", Perry 5'10". Luke Rockhold 77-inch reach, 71-inch reach Mike Perry. Now, in the regular boxing world, I mean, sometimes that height doesn't mean anything, but you got yourself a 6-inch reach advantage for Luke Rockhold. He is going to look massive in there with Mike Perry. Massive, massive in there. So will Mike Perry's boxing prevail? Now, you have to remember this, too. MVP is not a clincher, right? MVP is not a clincher. But Luke Rockhold, the big body of Luke, you would have to think he's going to do whatever he can to lay that big body up on Perry against the ropes, clinch up with him, hug him. And Perry's going to have to try to punch his way out of it. But if Luke does use that big body of his, and I'm assuming he could throw a decent punch when it comes to boxing, I guess. I would imagine Mike's better. But if Luke just weight bullies him in there, or size bullies him in there, I should say, Luke should win this fight. But Luke's never bare-knuckle boxed. Luke's the older man. He's 38. Perry 31. 7 years the elder. But that size difference is just, it's alarming. If Mike goes in there and just knocks Luke Rockhold's head off, dude, I would lose my mind. I really hope that Mike Perry wins this fight. I used to be a Luke Rockhold fan in Strikeforce, and then I fell off the wagon. And the UFC just kept opening his mouth, and I was like, I had enough. And then all of a sudden he fights Paulo Costa on his way out, and I started becoming a Luke Rockhold fan again. That fight was amazing. I don't care what anyone says. It was a sloppy mess, and Luke was making Paulo drink his blood. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. But Luke leaves the UFC, and now he's in bare-knuckle. Will Luke be the face of bare-knuckle? Will Mike Perry dismantle Luke Rockhold? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what you think. Damn Savage with the ads. Anzalo. Michael Anzalo.
Michael Anzalo. Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart and soul of the holes, Mrs. Steely girlfriend. Time out, trolls. Welcome to the dead end. Cock so big that you can't even comprehend. Boston grown, making bitches moan on the timestamp throne while the chat room stoned. Hold up, save the show for the tales will be told about Michael Anzalo.
We need more ands in that chat. We need more ands.
I love Dressed.
So that's from D-Rest. All right, thank you very much. You made a critical mistake, D-Rest. He's damn sausage now. You made a critical mistake. Thank you so much, man. 1975 donation. Can you drop the anses in the chat, baby? Come on, let's go. Easily one of my favorite donations. The great Michael Anzalone. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Let's get back to the Perry versus Rockhold situation. Who wins? Mike Perry, Luke Rockhold. I'm going to drop a poll in the chat. I'm going to drop my big fat poll in the chat. Who wins? Damn, you guys have been off the chain with the donations. Really appreciate it. Okay, who wins? Perry Now, it's not who do you want to win. I'm going to put who will win. Okay? Like, I want to know, who do you think legit will win? I don't know who's the favorite over here, but I'm curious if my bookie put something out. All right, so I got that poll in the chat. Luke gets knocked out. Okay. Listen, Mike Perry, wow, it's kind of crazy. Like, I think about this. When we started the channel, Mike Perry, he was like fighting on the regional scene. Like, he became a UFC fighter like right when the MMA-Holes were getting going. And Mike Perry fought out of a place called Premier FC, where our friend Karen was the promoter for it. And she knew Mike very well. And seeing him just do his thing in the UFC and become one of the more likable fighters in the UFC, a polarizing figure. And then all of a sudden, everything kind of started falling apart. Didn't look quite like his old self. And then left the UFC. And now here he is in bare-knuckle, reinventing himself. He's still young, 31. If you look at his fights, Michael Venom Page, okay, a majority decision. Julian Lane, let me bang, bro. Unanimous decision. And, he was at the Tryout Combat, too. He did boxing over there, split decision. So he has not yet knocked anyone out in bare-knuckle or in boxing since his departure in the UFC. He lost by decision to Daniel Rodriguez in the UFC, Tim Means. And his last win in the UFC was 2020 against Mickey Gall. He also won a grappling. I mean, if you look at the guys he lost to in the UFC, not bad guys, but still, he hasn't knocked anyone out. So to say he's going to go in there and knock out Luke Rockhold, I mean, Mike used to have his hands were a problem in the UFC. When he first came into the UFC, my man was scary as hell. And then I don't know what happened. We were even joking around about it with Mike Perry in the UFC. Like, what happened to this guy's power? Where did his power go? He hasn't knocked anyone out. You go over to Luke Rockhold. Now, we know Luke has been knocked out, but let's look at the knockouts, okay? Let's really think about this. The Paulo Costa fight did not get knocked out. He took a beating.
Yeah. Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. Got MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yeah.
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
You're right, Zen. He did knock out his girlfriend. That's true.
I never make mistakes.
Thank you, dumbass sausage. Thank you. I don't know where D-Rest is coming up with this money, man, but I appreciate it. I truly do, man. That was very nice of you. Thank you again. Death strikes again. If you want to interrupt the show, Streamlabs, links in the description, and Nightbot spamming it, or you can hit the super chat as well. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. So Paulo Costa did knock him out. Big, scary Brazilian guy. I mean, they went to a war with each other. He did lose a unanimous decision, but it was a war. He didn't get knocked out. His last knockout was to Jan Blachowicz in 2019, which was very vicious. But Jan Blachowicz is a much bigger light heavyweight than Mike Perry is. I mean, let's be honest. Jan Blachowicz is a scary Polak. And Mike Perry is nowhere near the power that Jan Blachowicz has. Yoel Romero, where Luke Rockhold was actually, in my opinion, winning that fight. Luke was playing it very safe in the beginning, and then Yoel says, let me just take your head off in the third round. A vicious knockout by a mutant ninja Brazilian. A teenage mutant ninja Brazilian, that is Yoel Romero. Mike Perry does not hit like Yoel Romero. It just doesn't happen. Mike hits hard, but he doesn't hit as hard. Michael Bisping. Now, when Luke addressed this Michael Bisping fight, he said it was a lucky combination of punches. Michael Bisping is still a middleweight fighter, a champion, right? I mean, because of the Luke Rockhold fight, but he still is a champion. He's the closest we can get, but I still think Michael Bisping hits harder than Mike Perry. I would just imagine. Now, pure boxing, I mean, Michael Bisping got hands. So it's hard for me. I'm not going to say it's impossible for Mike Perry to win this fight, but it is near impossible, in my opinion, for Mike Perry to knock out Luke Rockhold. I don't think he's going to knock him out. I don't see how that happens, but I could see Mike Perry squeezing out a decision on the guy. This is Luke's first bare-knuckle fight. We haven't really seen Luke box. So, I mean, Cuban, I'm sorry. A mutant ninja Cuban, thank you. That's not the first time I've done that to Yoel. A Cuban. That's the racist in me coming out. But yeah, so anyway, Rockhold getting knocked out by Perry, I don't see it. I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked if Rockhold gets knocked out by Mike Perry. If you just look at the resume here of Mike Perry, you look at the resume of Luke, I don't see it. But I could see Mike winning that fight. It's not impossible. You go into the chat. I think it's fascinating because it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Like Mike Perry versus Luke Rockhold. Think about it. There's no reason these two should be fighting, but it's happening, and that's what I like. I like circus fights. It gets me excited. I get excited about, okay, what if you put this person in a ring with that person? It may not make sense, but it's a car wreck, so let's watch it. Luke has a glass jaw. False. That is a false statement. He does not have a glass jaw. It's not. If he did, Paulo Costa would have knocked him out. He got battered by Paulo Costa, took a gazillion shots, and he was still coming at him. Luke does not have a glass jaw. The glass jaw thing, okay? It's a fun thing for us combat sports fans to throw out there. We saw Cody Garbrandt throw that out the window too. Glass jaw, it's not with everyone. Some fighters, yes, you get touched, they go down. That's it. But other fighters, it's situational. Maybe just bad luck, a bad run with a couple of fights. It doesn't mean that jaw is completely done. Luke got lit up by Paulo Costa. I mean, there was blood coming out of every part of his face. And Luke was still coming at him. Luke was a dog in that fight. If Paulo Costa's not knocking his head off, I don't see Mike Perry doing it. I just don't. But if Mike Perry does do it, it'd be hilarious. It'd be fantastic. I would love to see Luke get slept in the first round. It would be amazing. But I'm just trying to look at odds-wise. I don't see it, man. I don't see Luke getting knocked out. I don't.
Wonderful.
Ninja choke.
Mose, I will never forget what pillow-fisted Bisping did to Luke Cuckhole. Bisping had never knocked anyone out in his life, but he slept like lets left hooks land on his chin like he does make model semen on the weekends.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Vishwana.
All of these donos make me moist like a bowl of fresh cooked rice. Sure, you could feed an entire Indian village with that money, but who is going to call your fights?
That's
May
true.
the
Lord Vishnu bless all of your holes.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Appreciate that. Here we go. D-Rez coming in. Here we go.
Come on, get loud.
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Come on, get loud. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Got
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Holes never make a wrong move.
That's right. That's right, baby. That's right. Never make a wrong move.
Wonderful.
By the way, circling back around to Michael the Count Bisping, he knocked out the mighty Mayhem Miller many years ago, about 10 years ago. How dare you say he has pillow hands? How dare you? He might, but how dare you? I remember it like it's yesterday when Bisping knocked out Rockhold, man. Like, I was with my pop. It was right before the MMA-Holes were even a thing. And I was screaming like a lunatic. I could not believe that Michael Bisping went in there and took him out like that on short notice. That was nuts. That was nuts, man. Still, to me, one of the more shocking fights ever. I thought he was just going to get murked once again like the first time around. That was crazy, man. What a night that was. Where were you when Michael Bisping knocked out Luke Rockhold? Where were you in the chat that night? Because that was something special. That was like a nightmare night for, and even, you know, what was even more special was the post-fight press conference where Bisping came in like all drunk and shit and was just ripping him apart even more. It was hilarious. That might have been Bisping's best. I mean, that was easily Bisping's best moment ever. Mike Perry, 73%. Oh, 62 votes. What is this? Get some more votes in here. We can't go by this. Vote away, baby. Perry versus Rockhold. I'm not going to take this serious, but wow, 73% to start off. That's nuts, man. I was watching the UFC without the MMA-Holes, Moss. You son of a bitch. Yeah, I know. It's weird that there was actually UFC before MMA-Holes. I can't look at myself like this. This camera's driving me nuts. It's driving me crazy. I want to try something here. All right, hold on. I'm going to try something here. Stand by. I'm going to try something really quick. Really, really quick, okay? Stand by, friends. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, okay? Does that look any better? It looks a little bit better. Does that look better? I think it does. Hold on, let me rewind it. I think that does look a little bit better. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're gonna deal with that. We're gonna deal with that. It does look a little bit better. Okay. Yeah. So it's a glitch. It's a glitch with our dude. It was gonna drive me fucking nuts. Anyway. Okay. All right. We're good. Still looks gay. Listen, I'm not interested. Okay.
Wonderful.
Not interested. Sudosi.
If there was one PPV Primo-Holes you wished you had the channel for, which one would you choose?
If there was one pay-per-view pre-MMA-Holes you wish you had the channel for, which one would you choose? Oh man. There was when Uriah Hall knocked out Gegard. I went so nuts. I went like beyond nuts whenever that fight was, and I don't even think that was a pay-per-view. But I remember that moment really sticks out where I lost my mind. I did lose my mind with Bisping knocking out Rockhold. Holy smokes. I would have to really think about that. But I'm trying to think of when I've really lost my shit. I didn't have the channel any McGregor Diaz fight. I was at the first one. But the second one I watched with my buddies, so the second McGregor Diaz 2, I would have loved to have the channel for. That would have been through the roof if we had that. Yeah, views would have been nuts for that. Anderson versus Vitor. I don't even know where the fuck I was for that. You know, I didn't see that live. Anderson Vitor I didn't see live. I actually saw that on a replay. I was working like a lunatic for a long time. And then when I was like DJing and stuff like that, I had some time where I could watch it. Or photography actually loosened my schedule up a little bit. You should do rewind days sometimes and react to old events. We did be certain actually. If you go back in the history, when either the UFC took breaks for whatever, we've done like replays of and done fight reactions to it. I didn't like it. If you can't really show the event, like we try to sync it up with the community, but then people were coming in at all different times, and it was just awkward and weird. Yeah, but we have done that. Also, we did sumo wrestling when the pandemic hit. We reacted to sumo wrestling. Anyway, okay, let's get to some stories here, and then I'll open the phone lines because you guys have been very active with the donations. I mean, how do I not open phone lines? So I'm going to rattle through some stories, and then I want to get your thoughts on the events that are going down this weekend, or basically anything that's coming up, or past fights you want to chat about. We'll get you guys' thoughts on that. So,
Wonderful.
We got D-Rest.
What will your DOD when I off Sanochi?
Don't do that. I need both of you guys. I need everybody in this community. Do not do that. That's wrong, D-Rest. Down, D-Rest. Bad, D-Rest. Bad, D-Rest. How dare you? I did take a peek into the Discord earlier when he was threatening everyone again. I was like, what is going on here, man? What's happening? Okay. So, okay, let's look at this. So top three storylines for BKFC 41 on Saturday. By the way, the next Floyd Mayweather fight got my head spinning. We're going to talk about that in a second. Dude, I was shocked. Right before we went live, that story dropped. I got to get his opponent on. We know him very well. Top three storylines for BKFC 41 on Saturday. Okay. MMA royalty drops their gloves. BKFC's queen defends her crown. And stacked event from top to bottom. So those are the three things, okay? Of course, you know, MMA royalty. Do you really call... I mean, Luke Rockhold's a former champ. Eddie Alvarez is a former champ. You know, Eddie Alvarez versus Chad Mendes is not getting enough play. Like, I feel like we should spend a little bit more time on this between these two. We were talking about Mike Perry. We're talking about Luke Rockhold. But there's no lock with this one here. I mean, I would imagine Mendes got the experience, right? One fight. He got a little extra experience. But Eddie, a little bit bigger, fought at a higher weight class, UFC champion, Philly. I mean, I got to go with Eddie on this. I got to go with Eddie Alvarez on this, but let me just look at the matchup here. Eddie. I got to go with Eddie. All right, so Alvarez is 39, Chad is 37. Chad looks yoked. This dude looks like he looks like he's on all the steroids. And I would imagine Eddie's going to get on some stuff too, right? I would imagine Eddie got some sauce going in him. Why not? I mean, I think that's the way. No USADA. Roid up, baby. 5'9" versus 5'6". Eddie's got the 69-inch reach and 66 for Chad Mendes. So, I mean, I think Eddie's going to fucking put a hurting on him. I do. But then again, he's been on a rough run. A little bit of a rough run. He's 38-0. He's won one fight out of his last three. Wait, hold on a second. So, okay, this is a decision loss. And one no contest, punch to the back of the head. I vaguely remember. I do remember that fight. Okay. Edward, he got a rear naked choke win here. That's not punches. Lost by punches. Then lost to DP. That was the second fight of theirs in 2018. When was the last time he knocked someone out? Oh, he finished Gaethje, but it was with knees. That was a wild fight, him and Gaethje. Punches, RDA, so 2016. It's been a minute since his knuckles did all the talking. But still, I don't know, man. I still got to go with Eddie on this. I still got to go. Let's look at Chad over here, his resume. He's old and slow as fuck. Let's see. He got the knockout in bare-knuckle in his debut, round 4. He lost to Volkanovski. It's not a bad loss now. Miles Jury beat with the ground and pound. Oh, I forgot he fight. Whatever happened to Miles Jury? Remember this dude? Yo, this guy went to Bellator. He started a YouTube channel and started like this dude's loaded. He got into real estate, and this dude is fucking loaded. Let me just see something here. Miles Jury. Here he is. 38,000 subscribers. When was the last video? What, did he stop making videos? Bitcoin 1 year ago and just fell off the face of the earth. It's not for everybody. He did a live stream 1 year. Yeah, 1 year ago and he just stopped. Yeah, he was like really pushing his YouTube channel. And then that's it. See? It's not for everybody. Not everyone could be the MMA-Holes doing it for 7 years straight. Suck it, Miles Jury. Suck it. Remember that guy, Miles Jury? He's another bust. He shit the bed in Bellator too, but he invested in real estate and he just kind of fell off the face of the earth because he has so much property now. The guy's loaded. He did a James Krause. Whoa, we got a gifting of memberships here? What do we got? Casey Jones is gifted a double champ.
Let's go, champ.
And Slow DK got it. Let's go. Happy birthday. Yeah, so this is Eddie Alvarez's first BKFC fight. I know I went down this weird rabbit hole. Let me get back out of it. But so it is Eddie's first fight, but Chad's got one fight, one knockout, 4th round finish. So he does have experience. Who are we going with the chat? I'm going to take, you know what? Let me take out, it looks like this is going to stay the same. So let me take this out of the poll. I'm going to take this one out. So it looks like people are going to be picking Perry. All right, so I'm going to take this one out. And then I'm going to throw in Mendes and Alvarez. And that. Wow, D-Rest, bro. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? Dude. D-Rest just gifted 10 membership. What the hell? He just gifted 10 memberships. Bro, did you hit the lottery? Holy shit. 10. Yo, our whole chat should be membered up right now. I'm going to put this poll in here. Oh my God, dude. Who wins? Damn, thank you, my man. D-Rest. Dude, that's crazy. D-Rest going crazy tonight. All right, so Eddie. I hope Eddie's I hope Eddie, look at that, baby. Eddie Alvarez. Oh, come on, man. What the hell? And Chad Mendes.
Let's go, champ.
The Last Savage left. Let's go.
Let's go, champ.
Kevin C is a member now. 10 gifted memberships. Double champs.
Let's go, champ.
Dennis Garrett is now a member. Wow. The gift that keeps on giving.
Let's go, champ.
Tizad, you're a member. It's a party tonight, baby. Champs everywhere.
Let's go, champ.
D Brown, a champion of the chat. $10. Wow, man. Who else we got here?
Let's go, champ.
Bola has become a member. So, hey, you guys got your memberships courtesy of D-Rest, KC. Oh, Young Fatty, excuse me. Young Fatty gifted a membership. What the hell? You guys are wild. Lieutenant Dan's Legs. Show your emojis in the chat if you got that new membership. Show those emojis. It's a giving night.
Let's go, champ.
Frati. By the way, tomorrow early, there's going to be a press conference for BKFC. Should we react to that? I don't know. It's going to be cringy.
Let's go, champ.
I don't think I'm going to react to it. We'll just react to the fights. Fat Dogs Rec Chords Hush Puppy Studio. What a name. Has been a member. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's some name.
Let's go, champ.
Clat has become a member courtesy of D-Rest. Bellator MMA for sale? Is that true? Can anyone confirm that? Oh, here we go. Here's a Young Fatty gifted membership over here. Damn, guys. You guys are awesome. So if you're a member, you can gift memberships to other guys in the chat.
Let's go, champ.
Eric Good has gotten the membership from Young Fatty. DC's doing a lot of dancing tonight. The camera did it again. Why? What is it doing? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Nor do I care. Anyway, all right, so I got a poll in the chat. Eddie Alvarez, Chad Mendes. This one should be a little bit closer. So far, Eddie in the lead with 57%. Chad Mendes, 43%. We'll let that sit over there for a little bit, as Eddie Alvarez has a slight lead over Chad Money Mendes. No way. You did it again, bro? Oh, my God, dude. Dude, this is crazy. The whole chat is going to be membered up. The whole chat is going to be membered up. D-Rest dropped another 5 in there. We'll get to phone calls. We'll finish up the stories. Two Joints he can't get himself a membership. What's going on? Holy smokes. So many emojis in the chat. So many belts. Bellator's been on sale for over a year. So is it true? I didn't hear anything about that. Talks of Bellator's sale have seemingly gotten more serious. Okay, so no, they're entertaining offers. Minner Camp Stove has become a member courtesy of D-Rest. They're on the market. So in the beginning of the year, they're on the market. So they're thinking about it. They're just looking for someone to make them an offer. Anthony Brown has become a member. Yeah, so it's not like we got to sell this fucking place. You know, it's just they're just throwing it out there. Deader 420, courtesy of D-Rest. Look at D-Rest. He's going to be exhausted, D-Rest. This poor guy's exhausted.
Let's go, champ.
He just keeps on dancing. Like Smasher has become a member. Oh, my gosh. A lot of champs. A lot of champs. Very nice. Yeah, so.
Let's go, champ.
Who we got? Mobamba as well. Sorry, Mobamba. I didn't see. There was one more. That is fucking cool, man. All right. So, yeah, the Bellator thing, like, they're entertaining offers, but it's not like, you know, they're dying for someone to buy it. They're just seeing what's up. They're not going to sell it for $4 billion. That's for sure. All right. Let me try to swiftly go through the rest of these things. Jake Paul, fight a real fighter. Jake Paul challenged to fight MMA. Okay, let's see. Who challenged Jake? Ray Cooper? I would imagine Ray would kill him. I would imagine. Although, didn't Ray lose his last fight? I mean, Ray's got to kill him. Jake wouldn't take this fight. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I am open in August. Fight a real fighter. So, yeah, Ray's throwing it out there. Jake's not going to take. Sorry, Ray. He's not going to take that fight. You would literally murder him. Does anyone think that Jake takes that fight? All right, here's a fight that's very interesting to me. I'm usually not thrilled about Floyd Mayweather fighting these exhibition fights, but he's fighting a guy that we know. A guy that is part of a family that has a notorious history. The Gottis. This is John Gotti III. I've interviewed him 3 times. His father, John Gotti II, knows who I am. It's kind of crazy. I feel like a celebrity. And John Gotti III, according to sources, according to Sportskeeda, is in talks to fight Floyd Mayweather. Jedi Goodman, exhibition bout, Floyd Mayweather versus John Gotti III, June 11th. Now, John Gotti III was he was a bodybuilder that turned into like an MMA fighter, and he kind of got exposed by Nick Alley. And but he's still young, and he's trying to, you know, tune up his craft. And now jumping over to the boxing world, I've seen him box. He's a lot bigger than Floyd. He's a bigger dude, but he's not going to win that fight. But does Floyd want that smoke? I don't know. Does Floyd want to beat up a Gotti? I don't know, man. Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy, and good for John. I hope John gets paid a boatload of money for that. Can I please box Mayweather and make a fortune, please? Dude, John, this is like so out of left field. Floyd Mayweather, let's see. On this day, the money fight. Here comes D-Rest again.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Come on, get loud.
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Got
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
We're partying.
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yo, I feel the fire from the chat tonight, baby. I feel it.
I am my shape, I'd kill you dead.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. That's D-Rest coming in again. $6 dono. D-Rest has gone full-blown MMA hole tonight. We are creeping into the $8,000 mark over here. Casey Jones gifted a double champ membership. Make DC dance, baby. Make them dance.
Let's go, champ.
Sean, congrats. Kevin, DC's a lunatic, but he's our lunatic. So you better behave. Anyway. Hit the like button, friends.
Wonderful.
We got
wonderful.
Chubbs coming in.
So JBM's favorite fighter, the Nigerian New Zealand Chinese champion, hates white people. Apparently you are just a dumb cracker, Moss. At least until next week when he becomes an Irish New Zealand, a Chinese African champion.
I don't know what is going on with that, but thank you, Chubbs. Appreciate it. You guys have any interest in this? John Gotti III strikes again. Congrats to John III on another knockout victory. 4-0 and undefeated. Wait, when was this? When was this? No, he's not undefeated. Let's see, he lost to Nick Alley. Unlike Floyd Mayweather's illustrious career as a professional boxer, John Gotti III took a different path to combat sports. He started as an amateur mixed martial artist before eventually turning professional in 2017. Since then, Gotti has compiled an impressive record of 5 wins and 1 loss. I've seen Gotti fight in the person. Actually, we have interviews of John Gotti III. I was in a documentary. I was in a Gotti documentary, which was pretty cool. But I've seen him maul people. Like, he'll drop someone and ground and pound him to death. And then I saw Nick Alley do work on Gotti, man. Grapple the hell out of him.
Wonderful.
He's got
wonderful.
power. He does have power.
Also shout out to Nate Diaz, who became a victim of the unfair justice system. He was just minding his own business, taking care of the kids, when his arms were injured by someone's neck.
We have pinned in the live chat, our Streamlabs donations are going to bail out Nate Diaz. Or maybe I'm just going to use it on marijuana. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, Chubbs. Appreciate that. All right, you guys interested? Would you be interested in this fight? John Gotti versus Mayweather. Listen, it's exhibition. But they got me. I would have to take time out and react to this.
Wonderful.
I have to
wonderful.
find a way to get John back on the show.
If you are impressed by my donations, let me show you how you can make thousands from the comfort of your bedroom. All you need is a webcam and a lack of inhibition. OnlyMans is the secret to vast riches.
So you're saying that you've made all your money from OnlyMans? Is that okay? I don't know if that's really D-Rest, but thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. This is a wild night tonight, baby. All right, yes or no? Yes or no? Would you be interested? Listen, it's a circus. It's an exhibition fight. But rumblings on the internet. Damn, guys.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Damn, guys.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes
Wow.
in the crowd.
Got
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
We got a donation explosion tonight.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Okay, there we go. Thank you for sharing that. Fuck you, Kevin. I fucking love this community. Just the land of misfit toys. All right, I'm not going to ask you about Gotti. Well, I'll ask you one more time. We'll see if we can get it out there. The donations are taken over the stream. We are going to open up some phone lines. Only got a couple of stories, and then we'll get the phone lines open. Yes or no, will you be interested in a John Gotti III versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. I don't know why you'd want to be anywhere else on a Wednesday night, but on the MMA-Holes live stream, we have a very unique community, a unique host, and it's just a wacky, wild time. Okay, Duke says no. Uncle Mike says yes. Amatosh's heel new. No. Yes. We are Psychos Moss. We are dysfunctional. We are the MMA-Holes. That's true. Roberto with the laughing. Stormy Daniels Hush Money says no. No offense. I never heard of the dude before, but I'm interested. Yeah. Wait, you never heard of the Gotti family? Or you never heard of John Gotti III? If you do have interest, so we met John through CES and Jimmy Birchfield, who runs CES. A mutual friend, Lewis, hooked us up, and we were doing a lot of media for them. And when we would cover the events live, we had the pleasure of 3 times covering John Gotti fights. And we did a couple of interviews with them, of course, a little dysfunctional. But, yeah, go back down the rabbit hole on the MMA-Holes playlist. You could find the John Gotti interviews. And he's a really nice dude. Intimidating because he's a Gotti. But, you know, if you understand how the Gotti family was, you know, there have been movies made about them and some very crazy things have happened in the past with that family. But now, you know, we got clean John Gotti III just trying to do this combat sports thing. The rumblings where they're going to try to get him into the UFC, try to do a contender series thing. But his father was telling us that he really wants to take it slow with John. There's no rush, and it's going to pay off. If he's going to fight Floyd Mayweather, it worked, you know? Don't even have to go to the UFC. You're about to fight Floyd Mayweather. Like, that's just massive. So even though if it's an exhibition fight, I mean, at least he's going to get a nice bag of money. It's crazy, man. We live in a crazy world where this fight is going to happen. This is very strange. He's going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Just got an ad? All right, let's go. Oh, actually, I put in for monetization, but it still has to be reviewed, so don't know where that money's going. All right. But who cares, man? You guys have went crazy tonight. Adesanya reveals injury suffered before UFC 287. So I kind of just dropped some of these stories on here. I don't know what the injury is. I'm going to torture this guy. Oh, my God, Izzy, get over it. Dude, get over it. Like the whole South Africa thing and Duplessis. Dude, like, stop it. I've been here before. He said, my UFC debut, 3 weeks out. I did my right ankle. I remember the next day or the night calling his psychotherapist and being like, yo, I need to see you tomorrow ASAP. Had like, all right, what are you fucking babbling about? So that's one. Derek Brunson fight, I hurt my knee. Oh, so he's talking about injuries. All right, who cares? I'm going to fucking take him to school in the octagon and on history. What he's doing is creating divide. You can't know your history. Oh, my God, Izzy. Dude. Duplessis went on Ariel. He backpedaled a little bit to clarify what he was saying. You guys are acting like... I mean, the only thing I could think of is maybe Izzy's like, hey, our paths may cross. You know what Izzy's probably trying to do? He's probably like, I don't want to fight Whitaker again. So hopefully this guy wins, beats Bobby Knuckles, and let me make sure I hate this guy before I fight him so we have a storyline. Because I don't understand. Like, I've never questioned him as an African because, yeah, you were both in Africa, South Africa, of course. You're an African. I've never questioned that. But who the fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck I am? Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my man called him a cracker. Oh, my God. Who the fuck is Kamaru Usman? Wait. Oh, my God, dude. To tell him who the fuck I am. Who the fuck Kamaru Usman is. Who the fuck Francis Ngannou is. I'm like, are you dumb? As a product of colonization, you're trying to tell me that the fuck I am. You can take the boy out of Africa, but you can never take the Africa out of the boy. Oh, my God, dude. Izzy, what are you doing? It would be funny if Duplessis just fires off the N-word after. And one's yelling cracker, the other one's firing the N-word. That's a lead up to a fight, baby. Let's go. My man's like he's causing a divide, and then he calls him a cracker. Dude, this is bonkers. Oh my God, dude. Dude, what is wrong? The only thing I could think of, like I said, I think Izzy is trying to mentally prepare himself to hate this guy. So if he does go to war with him, he's going to do bad things to him, right? My God. This is nuts, man. Like I said, Duplessis clarified what he said and you know, it made it, I mean, kind of just pushed it aside, like say, hey, listen, you guys are taking it out of context, this and that. So Izzy's doubling down now. Who asked him these questions? What is this for? This is SB Nation? Who interviewed him? Who wrote this article? Anyway, it is MMA fighting. I don't know who conducted this interview, but whoever did it definitely led him down this road. So I'm not going to completely light Izzy on fire because I'm sure he was baited into saying these things, but he did just call Duplessis a cracker. Like, so I guess that's what Chubbs was. I think that's what he was talking to.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Izzy says he never betrayed his culture, but he's on video doing it like many times. Izzy has been Chinese and New Zealander by DNA. I mean, it's pathetic.
Wait, nobody... Thank you, Chubbs. And Chubbs followed up. Nobody's interviewed him. He's saying this on his ship. He's saying this shit on his podcast? No way. Wait, he's just going to... What? Stop it. So he's just... Hold on. Adesanya revealed... You're right. Oh, my God. I should have just read the whole thing. On Wednesday, Adesanya revealed on his YouTube channel that he suffered a grade 1 MCL tear during his training the week prior to the fight, even showing the video of this. Okay. Wow. So he's talking about his injuries leading up and all this stuff, and then he just rolls into Duplessis. He did not get baited into this. He's talking about this on his YouTube channel. Bro. Now, in fairness, we know what cracker means, right? Cracker comes from when the whites are cracking the whips on the black people, and that's why they start calling them crackers and this and that. So it's not as bad as the N-word. The N-word's horrific. The cracker is just kind of like, you know, that's what they were called back in the day. But I don't know, digging that shit up and bringing it back out there, it's just like he's dividing us, is what Izzy said, and then he follows that up with calling him a cracker. It's like, bro, you're not helping the situation. You're just making this about either race or like... It's fucking stupid, man. Duplessis didn't make this about race. He made it about he was born and raised, and he still lives in Africa. So he's calling himself a pure blood, you know, African champion. Yes, Izzy has African blood inside of him. He's a Nigerian. He's, you know, but he's living in New Zealand, right? So technically, you know, yes, he is African, which Duplessis followed up and said. But he says he's not currently living there. So he's trying to say he'd be the first true African that lives in the country right now, or the continent. You know, that's all he's saying. These guys are making it like about race now. Duplessis never made it about race. And I got to be honest with you, these guys should be ashamed of themselves. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, Duplessis clarified what he said. His coach got a little stupid. Duplessis' coach got a little dumb. But Izzy's not helping this situation. He says it's about not dividing. Why call the dude a cracker? Like, it just makes no sense. I'm not going to get too far into this. This is silly. It's a shame because we should still be celebrating Izzy's win over Pereira. You just defeated the monster. You know? You got the fucking... I don't want to use an analogy because there'll be... I don't know. Someone would take that out of context. But anyway, that's done. You move on now, right? You did what you had to do. You should be running around still celebrating that you have taken out Alex Pereira and not talking about this stuff and making it worse. It's silly. So Deiveson Figueiredo has an opponent, and then that fell through. So he's out of UFC 290. He was supposed to fight Manel Cape, and he's not medically cleared. So Deiveson Figueiredo not coming back anytime soon. So that's an update on him. Yes, Kelleher is out off the card. There's a couple of fights off, right? Ang Lu says withdrawn from welterweight bout with Josh Quinlan. Kelleher's off. All right, who cares? Card still sucks. It doesn't matter. UFC Vegas 72 loses Pete Rodriguez versus Nathan Levy. So people have fallen off left and right. Pete Rodriguez, a friend of the show, he's got his hands full with Nathan Levy. That fight got moved, but I like Nathan Levy a lot because he's selling merch, and the merch is hilarious because he likes to push his, his Jewishness. So he's got shirts that that he's selling, and it's Jiu-Jitsu, but it's Jew-Jitsu. Yeah, check this out. Nathan Levy, who's a very scary dude. Here it is. Go buy your Jiu-Jitsu shirts. Go get them while they're hot. What? All right. Go make that money, Nate. Go make that money. So he's fighting Pete Rodriguez. Damn, man. I got to get Pete Rodriguez back on. He's got a tough... That's not an easy fight at all for Pete. Damn, doing Pete dirty. Pete beats up Mike Jackson, and this is who you give him to follow up? Like, what? He is a gnarly Jew. It's very true. He's a very gnarly Jew. Gnarly Jew.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, my God.
Kamra and Izzy are just mad he's right and they feel shamed they ditched their countries. Clearly that the fact if still talking but no, totally not thinking about him.
Yeah, if you're going to be very defensive about it and start making it racial and stuff like that, it sounds like there is guilt that they left their country. There was something. There's something there. It's weird, man. It's such a weird thing. I just kind of wish, it would just be a beast mode by Izzy saying, listen, everyone knows I'm African. It's not a fucking surprise here. I'm African. I got African roots. I got African heritage. If you want to be the first real African, come take the belt from me. And I'm gonna defend my belt. I'm gonna bring your head back to Africa, like he said. I'm gonna drag you across, and then that's it. It's off. It's over. Just talk the trash back. What do you got to make this so fucking it's ridiculous. It's so silly, man. It's unnecessary. The dude says he doesn't want to divide people, yet he's calling people crackers. It's like, dude, come on. Although cracker is a pretty funny word, so I'll give him a pass. All right, let's open some phone lines over here. We have been live for some time now. I don't even know how long because we had to reset.
Super chat.
But the donations have been flowing tonight. The Clipper.
Most marry me, let me your third husband. We can BGL it.
Okay. Deal, the Clipper. Where are we going to live, man? You're in the UK. It's going to be tough. Long distance relationship? Thank you. I don't know if we could make it work. I don't know. You guys ready? One's in the chat for phone lines. You guys ready? And I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm from. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I got Irish and Italian and other stuff jammed into me. If I was to walk to the cage, I'd rock an American flag. In fact, our show... you come right over here to our main room. It's majority of our scenes now. This is what you see. You can see the American flag. I got other, stuff in me, but I'm an American. And it's weird how Izzy should have, and I'm proud to have Italian blood in me. I'm proud to have that Irish blood in me, But at the end of the day, I'm American. It's just weird, man. The whole thing is weird. Duplessis proud to be African. He's proud to be African. Izzy's from New Zealand. Maybe he was born in Africa, sure. And he should be proud of his heritage, but at the same time, he just shits on New Zealand. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Be proud of your country. Wherever you live, you reside. Be proud of your country, and you could be proud of your heritage. There's no problem with that. There's no need to fight about it, go crazy over it. I'm a cracker from America, and I'm proud of it.
Wonderful,
And you should be proud where you're from, right? Wherever you're from. We got people all over. Let me know what country are you from in the chat. Where do you live? Let me just say that right now. What country are you? Now, majority of people probably are from the U.S., Canada, the UK. The people all over the place. But where are you from? Where are you from in the chat? We're from all over the place. We're proud, We're proud from where we're from. You know, it's just weird. It's like, why you got to make it racist and crazy shit? Pulse, you're not from Wakanda. Or maybe you are. I'm not proud. I'm grateful. North America. Atlantis. U.S., Florida. We all come from Africa. From South Africa. I'm white as snow. I have black slave. Duplessis fan, been there for generations. U.S. moving to Australia in a couple of months. Are you really? Wow. That's pretty wild. America. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, a lot of America in the chat. I like BBC. No, I'm not really into BBC. But I did see, Top G, that you were going to the events this Saturday. You should have let us know. Maybe we could have got you press access. Just saying. If you go into one of these big events outside of the UFC, because UFC, I don't know what's going on, but bare-knuckle, we can get you press passes. Actually, Kendall, I think we got her press access for it. Anyway, all right, let me take a quick break. When we come back from the break, I'm going to open up phone lines. By the way, this is pretty cool. Alvarez and Mendes split 50-50. Makes for an interesting fight. 50-50 in the chat. Get your votes in. All right, I'll leave this one up because Perry versus Rockhold, very lopsided. But I'm going to take a very, very quick break. And when we come back, we're going to open up the phone lines. Guys and gals, it's not brain surgery. Or as Mike Goldberg says, it's not rocket surgery and brain science. All you got to do, actually, I'm going to put it in the Discord. I'm just going to say hi in the Discord. Okay. You just find our little thing that says hi there. And you right click it. You say hit call, or you just hold it down on your phone. And just stand by, and we're going to take everyone in queue, okay? Courtesy of everyone's very generous donations. I truly appreciate it. And if you guys can hit the like button, that would be nice. Completely free, hit the like button. But after this break, when we come back, we're going to take some phone calls. We're going to leave it to the peeps. We're going to get your thoughts on everything. I'm having a great time tonight. I'm having a blast. You guys have just shot life into me, and I'm super excited to talk to you. So, let's keep the party rolling with some phone calls. I'll be right back, okay?
underworld of legends.
All right, let's take some phone calls. All right, BKFC is better this weekend than the UFC. Going down Saturday night, BKFC 41, UFC Vegas 72. Let's get your thoughts on everything. You can call us by using, look, Senosi's calling. Look at that. Let's take Senosi's call. Senosi, you there?
Yes, I am. What's up?
Okay, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's been wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful.
All right, so what's on your mind?
Oh, just me and Ninja Chick bickering about Izzy and Duplessis. So, having some fun.
Yes. I don't know what's going on with Izzy, man. I don't know. It's getting ridiculous.
Like I said, insecurity. If you got, I hate using that word, but when you gotta keep mentioning the guy's, first he didn't want to talk about his name. Now he's talking about his name everywhere. It's like, clearly it bothers you because you haven't stopped talking about it since.
Yeah, that is weird. I thought he was interviewed, but yeah, apparently it was on his YouTube channel. So it's like, all right, it's definitely bothering you.
It's like, hey, you know what? I'll tell you what now. If Izzy wants to be a true G, he wants to prove a point, go to a gym in Africa. Make a MMA gym in Africa. Leave New Zealand. Says, fuck you. Two can play that game.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I have no problem with people being proud of their heritage. Like if when St. Patty's Day rolls around, the Irish side pops out, I'm all excited. When, I don't know.
Same. I got Irish blood in me too, but I'm not waving it 24/7. But
it's weird.
I still got it.
I mean, I don't know. It's strange. Like, yeah, you could be proud of where you're from. Like, Aljamain Sterling rocks the Jamaica. All right, but you're in the U.S. It's weird. It's strange. And our buddy, oh fuck, I forgot his name. Oh my God, I'm trying to think of the other Jamaican, and he was on the show, and I can't remember his name now. Anyway, but still, like,
Edwards is Jamaican too.
Oh yeah, he's Jamaican too. I don't know, like, if you're not proud of where you live, move. Especially if you're a UFC fight, get the fuck out, get out of there, or train where you want to train, and then go back. Move back to where you want to be and where you're proud of. I don't know. It's weird.
It's funny though. If there's one person I'll say where Duplessis quote where I kind of fault him a little bit, at the very least, Francis tried for the longest. I mean, that guy had a rough upbringing compared to, say, Izzy and, Usman. Both of them pretty easy in comparison.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the man. The man had to basically if you ever watched the Joe Rogan interview with him, the guy had to basically go through all these different countries just to get to France because it was that bad.
Yeah. He had a tough origin story for sure. Yeah.
But speaking of, I hope that man gets something because I heard his thing fell out and it's like, God damn it, man. Can you get a break, man? Francis needs to get a fight in 22. Fight anybody. Even if you have to fight a bum, just fight somebody.
Didn't he issue an apology to Dana White? I did see someone made a video about that, but I didn't watch it. But
I don't know if he did. I think they're just saying it. Do you really think, it's too late now for Francis to apologize. He fucked that up.
Yeah, no, Dana's not turning back.
Now it looks like because now it looks like groveling. Now it's like, trust me. And you know what Dana wants? Like, I told you so, motherfucker.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with Francis right now, but the good thing is he made a bunch of money, so he could probably sit on this money for a little bit, still figure things out. He could probably still make investments and never have to fight again, really. But You know, he's in limbo now, and it's a shame. It's a damn shame, man. He was.
I blame his team. I can't remember which person's the guy with the dreadlocks that was starting shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I think he whispered these thoughts in his head because.
Well, he's not with that guy. He wasn't with that guy when that happened, though. I know who you're talking about. The what the hell's his name? He gave him the boot, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, but I don't. But somebody on his team has fucked with him because he had these. You know, he had ambitions, but someone had to talk to him. I think because he was very humble before. But then he got old Hollywood. Like, I want the big bucks. Like, dude, you're making good money.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. You know, maybe just remember though, like. Remember when Francis, like, he was the test tube fighter, and the UFC was like putting him in their facility, and they were just growing him to be this animal and this scary fighter, and then all of a sudden he was rocking the glasses and the fancy outfits, and he had this swag, and then he kind of rebelled from Dana for a little while, and Dana was like trying to rein him back in, and he kept rebelling a little bit more. It's like the experiment just went rogue for a couple of years. Like, it was going rogue on Dana, and Dana couldn't rein it back in, and then eventually he just broke out of all the chains and says, fuck this, I'm going to do my own thing, and he shot himself in the foot because now he's in limbo.
You know what? He has to do what Mayweather's doing. Just do exhibitions. Get your name out there, even if it's something lame.
Yeah, well, we said this before. The reason why Deontay Wilder fight's probably not happening is because Francis is not a draw. I mean, that's what it is. It's as clear as day. Francis has proven
more and more.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of draw, Garcia versus Tank Davis, 1.2 million or some shit like that. Over 1 million pay-per-view buys. Dude, nuts.
Part of me wanted to tear up because I had a little money on Garcia, but goddamn, it was still fun enough. It's like, damn, that liver shot. I've been punched in the liver. It sucks.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You feel like everything's shutting down, and it's hard to recover from that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Was that real or fake or fix? I think it was real. I don't know what the fuck people are talking about, but the buzz and the pay-per-view buys following that is very impressive. Very, very impressive.
But hey, it goes to show you, boxing still to draw with the right people. I mean, I love the UFC and all, but I'm sorry, I mean, look at this week is a perfect example. It's like, look, a BF case, a bare-knuckle thing is overdrawing a UFC event. I mean, it's not a pay-per-view, it's overdrawing at least. That would be really embarrassing.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's the thing. That's the catch. This is a pay-per-view. This is not just a regular bare-knuckle event on a Friday. You know, it's not a fight night like how the UFC is doing it. If it was a pay-per-view versus a UFC pay-per-view, then it's a whole different story. But it just so happens to be a pay-per-view versus a UFC fight night. There's really no comparison, really, in the two.
Speaking of pay-per-view and stuff, I looked it up. Bellator was worth about 11 million.
Are they really?
They're dirt cheap. Honestly, I mean, they are connected to Viacom, but they're not. But they can be bought. They can be bought out. They're not attached right to it. So it was like someone could swoop in. If the UFC ever decides to the day, like, you know, we don't need the competition. I mean, we just want to grab it. Who do you think they would keep? Anybody in mind?
Viacom, is that a vitamin company?
No, it's the big cable enterprise.
Oh, you mean Viacom?
They're one of the biggest ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
What did I say?
You said like something like Viacom or something like that. It sounds like a convention for vitamins.
I probably said it like that.
You know, I can't let you slip. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
But it's like, you know who I would love to see come back if they bought him out. I'll be honest, it's a guilty pleasure, especially if he wins in June. Romero, bring him back
to the UFC.
Yes, make him as a light heavyweight. Make light heavyweight exciting. They need more blood. There's a couple of light heavyweights in Bellator you could take back and put into the division to light it up.
Man, I'd rather see Yoel Romero and bare knuckle than anything. I'm done. I didn't want him to leave the UFC at the time. I was very upset. But now that he's gone, I don't miss him.
It's fine. You don't miss him that much?
No. I'll watch him fight.
I mean, it doesn't. You know what though? You just gave me a perfect scenario to leave off, because I know there's other people on the call. Just picture if he does go to bare knuckle and say Luke wins his fight. Say, oh yeah, by the way, you're having your rematch with Romero in bare knuckle. Yeah. I'm in. Yeah, I want that. I am definitely in. But you know what? I will definitely want to see the bare knuckle over the the UFC because honestly, there's like 2 fights I'm only interested in the UFC event, and I'm interested in most of the fights in bare knuckle.
Yeah, the good news
So
is
that goes to show.
the UFC event's going to wind down, and then we'll roll into the main card for bare knuckle. So it was all calculated, it seems like. I think the UFC realizes that bare knuckle's got something interesting. So let's keep this event a little early and let them do their thing over there. You know, I bet Dana's going to be watching. Yeah. Why wouldn't Dana watch that? By the way, there's an article about Feldman, and it was from E! Online. And it was saying something about David Feldman. Is he going to be the new face of combat sports? What do you think about that?
No.
Okay.
I can't believe that. That seems a little too far-fetched. I mean, it's an interesting thought, but to be this face, I mean, first you need Dana White to croak before that happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I just don't. I mean, Scott Coker failed. I don't even know who's the personalities of PFL and all those. So I can't picture anyone else being the face of combat sports. I mean, boxing tries, but let's be honest, we're not going to see that.
All right. Okay. Just want to get your thoughts. I do have a lot to talk about with this. I'm going to play devil's advocate when you get off. Anything else?
No. I know there's other people that want to get on, so I'm not going to be a hog for it.
All right. Thank you, Sonosi. Appreciate it.
Yep, please.
There's Sonosi. High score. All right. I'm going to throw this out there because I forgot to talk about this. David Feldman, we got his phone number. Hopefully he does become the face of combat sports. He's not very charismatic. He comes across as a used car salesman. He's very strange, right? He's a strange individual. Seems like a nice guy. He's not Dana White. Like, Dana White is levels ahead of everyone, right? As a promoter, and you look at what he turned the UFC into. He's put the UFC in all the right situations with the right investors and just kept on doubling down. And you know, the UFC's massive now, right? So to say David Feldman's just going to knock him out of the way and he's going to be the new face, well, that's not an immediate thing to happen. But Dana White, I think we can agree he's taken a step back, right? Like, he's stuck his foot in his mouth. He made a mistake at a couple of press conferences where he shut down things where he should have keep going. He's calling reporters idiots, and these reporters are just helping sell pay-per-views and stuff like that. I feel like the old Dana White wouldn't have quite been the old grumpy man that's showing up at some of the press conferences now. And I'm a big fan of Dana White, you know. I'm not trying to just completely shit on Dana, but eventually your day comes. And there are a lot of people online, like in our community, I think majority of the people are pro Dana White, including me. I'm pro Dana White. But there are a lot of people that can't stand him. There's a lot of media members that can't stand him. The head honcho, ARIEL Helwani, who is like king media man, can't stand Dana White. These people have youth on Dana, and eventually they're going to win. Eventually, Dana will see his day, and there needs to be a new person to take over the UFC. He's just going to get too old to do it. What David Feldman is doing with bare knuckle, okay, he doesn't have the charisma. You know, he's not Dana White in any way, but his product works. This is incredibly exciting. They already sold this to Triller, right? Triller has a big chunk of the company. They got very deep pockets. That whole Trigon stuff, or whatever the hell they were doing, the Triad, they're not BYB, but they stole that from BYB. That's all gone, right? That weird celebrity shit that they were doing, all gone. Triller is like, okay, this is interesting. Triller invested a lot of money into this company over here to keep this thing going. They got big pockets. Now, not UFC pockets yet, but they have big enough pockets to make things interesting. And their product is very good. If David Feldman keeps on going on this path, David Feldman could be someone that's a household name, that everyone knows who he is. You may not like him. You may not think he's charismatic. But if the product keeps on going in that direction, this thing will be the most exciting sport. It will. The UFC didn't start out as the UFC that we see now. It was a bunch of fucking fat guy versus skinny guy, this martial art versus that martial art, train wreck, fun to watch, but it was a novelty train wreck that we just shoved popcorn on our face, beers down the throat, and just like, all right, let's watch these guys kill each other. The UFC now is a more polished sport. And yes, there is carnage, but now you have these technical fights. You got these decisions. You got these things that are happening that are just not as vicious. There's no headbutting or, like all these things that they pulled out. Whereas bare knuckle, it's a car crash. This shit is still a car crash. You watch even the female fights are straight up car crashes. It also gets rid of the pesky ground game that some people are just not into. Lay and pray, submission. Some people are just not into that. They just want to see two people go in there and get to the point. It dummied down everything. It took the beauty of boxing, the carnage of like smaller gloves, MMA stuff. You mix it together into this bare knuckle shit show. You got yourself something here. I think David Feldman's going to be doing some big things with this company. I do. There is a very good chance that he could be the guy. It's going to take time, but I think there's a good chance that David Feldman could really make some noise and everyone's going to know who the guy is. Let me know in the chat what you think. Let's take some more phone calls. As we have Kevin from Chicago. Kevin, you there?
Oh, yeah.
What's up, buddy?
What's up? You rapping about David Feldman?
You know what? You're going to look back at this stream and you'll be like, holy fuck, he was right. Is it impossible?
No, he's not. You only tune in to see Feldman. It's the BKFC spectacle. It's the BKFC train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see it, but
there's bare knuckle. There's bare knuckle everywhere. Why is BKFC so far ahead of everyone else?
It was the first one, wasn't it?
Not really. No, they were doing bare knuckle in the UK. They were bare knuckle all over the place, and somehow David Feldman took an idea that's already being done and made it popular. You got Dada 5000 at BYB over there. You would think if anyone, Dada 5000 is riveting, right? Like that's the guy you want to watch. But BKFC is just massive.
Well, Feldman's Jewish. He's probably got deep pockets. Probably got a lot of connections.
Oh, is that what
that's
it is?
For one? Yeah, that's probably what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I will talk about this BKFC while we're at it. Luke Rockhold, he's really coming off all high and mighty because he lost to Paulo Costa. He's like I'm back. Like, yeah, you're back. You're coming off a loss. That's your back. And now he's fighting a guy 6 inches shorter than him, and he thinks he's the man. The arrogant Luke's back again. Time for him to get chin checked. What do you think?
Listen, I'm rooting hard for Mike Perry. I hope he wins. I think it's going to go to a decision. And I don't think Luke is going to get knocked out. I don't. But it would be great to watch. You think he's going to get knocked out?
I don't know. I hope so. I'll tell you what, I was surprised with Mike Perry's last fight, beating Michael Venom Page, who's 10 times the boxer Luke Rockhold is. So, yeah, I definitely favor Perry in this.
But what has MVP ever done? What has he ever done?
He's just got a tough style.
He looks like a gecko. He looks like a lizard. That's what he does. He's got the snake hand, and he's smooth as an MMA fighter. He's never going to be a champ. He's not that good.
No, but he's got good striking.
Well, he sets it up with the kicking. I mean, with that bouncing back and forth style that he does with his hands down, what is that going to do in boxing? He beat a nobody in boxing to like wet his whistle, knock the guy through the ropes, but he was a complete nobody. His style is not really made for boxing, and Mike Perry exposed him.
Exposed. Yeah, he did. Hey, how about this? Sergey Pavlovich.
Yeah.
This dude, I should have bet $1,000 on him.
You should
have known.
Why didn't you?
I mean, because I didn't have the balls. I didn't have the cojones. When you betting on fights, anything could happen, especially at heavyweight. It's never good to bet a large amount. I should have placed a bet. I didn't even place a bet.
You're smart.
Should have known. Curtis
smart.
Blades, I mean.
Dude, you're smart. Like you said, heavyweight. You said the magical word. You can't. People that throw big coin on heavyweight fights are lunatics, man. You don't know. Like, it could go either way with a fucking knockout. You have no idea.
You saw him. He was getting pieced up for a minute too. He was getting tagged. So
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I only bet on poker. That way, I feel like I have a little bit of control. What was I gonna say? Sergey Pavlovich, the dude is. I should have known. Curtis Blades always get hit, and it played out how a lot of us people thought it would. But what do you think of his future going forward? You got John Jones. People are saying he's gonna take the Stipe fight and duck out, and I'm kind of leaning that way too because you don't want to fight someone like Pavlovich, risk his undefeated streak and his legacy against a guy who really doesn't have a lot of clout, so to say. What do you think he's going to do? Because if it was up to me, they just put him in there right now. Pavlovich versus Jones.
Yeah, John Jones, the ball's in his court, and the fight that he wants so bad is Stipe for many reasons that favor him. When you got a guy like Pavlovich, where there's still unanswered questions, and he's been mowing through people in the first round, John Jones to take that fight next and sacrifice pay-per-view buys and take a gamble against a big, scary Russian makes no sense for him as a strategic move. So, yeah, I feel like he's going to dodge Pavlovich like people dodging the COVID shot, you know?
Yeah, the thing with Pavlovich is people think he's just a striker, but he comes from a wrestling background, and I think that's what's separates him from a lot of these guys. He's got the perfect style. He's a wrestle boxer.
Yeah. It did shock me when Curtis went in for a takedown. Pavlovich just swiped him away like he was nothing. That's scary. That is, I mean, maybe Curtis got exposed, but his wrestling's fairly decent, and for Pavlovich to just swipe him away like a fly, dude, that shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too familiar, but I looked it up, and yeah, he's got a pretty extensive wrestling background, sambo background, grappling, so he knows what he's doing. I want to see how he looks in the later rounds. Mm-hmm. That's the big question because John Jones obviously has got a good gas tank.
Yeah.
And if he could extend those rounds and what's he looked like in the later half of the third, fourth, and fifth round, how he holds up because he's a big dude, a lot of power, and we know the recipe for them heavy hitters, they tend to fade. Mm-hmm. But either way, I'm a Stipe fan. You know me. I'm a hardcore Stipe fan, but it's coming on 3 years since he's been in the octagon.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? It's like I want to see Pavlovich get in there. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. I would love to see Stipe take a gimme fight. Put him in there too against Tuivasa, and that's not even. Who knows if he even wins that fight? And then put him in the title. I don't want to see what he looks like because I don't want to see John Jones get an easy title defense against a washed-up Stipe. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? No one wants to see that.
Yeah. I think what's going to happen if there's a prediction, I'm hoping Aspinall comes back soon. I think Aspinall fights Pavlovich, Blades versus Gane, Stipe Jones. I feel like those are the matchups that are going to happen.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
My final point, this Nate Diaz stuff. It's funny watching. These dudes are really saying, like, oh, you don't walk up on him. This dude is a dork coming up there with his hands in the air. No intention of fighting him. And then all of a sudden people are saying, oh, that's what you get. I even heard John McCarthy and Josh Thompson. Oh, walk around, find out. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
You listen to their podcast? They're the worst.
I watch it sometimes. I usually just skip forward and hear their specific takes. So they got the thumbnail. They say, Nate Diaz arrested. And I just like to hear their stupid ass taken. 9 out of 10 times, it's stupid. Like,
I agree.
John McCarthy. Like, you were a cop, dude. Like, you think that's how it goes down? Like, you can just choke people out because they walked up on you or something? He's just dumb as hell. And they got the Nate Diaz fanboys, their army. You know they're going to defend him till they're blue in the face. Just ridiculous. That dude's getting charged. He probably get a slap on the wrist, but he's in the wrong, no doubt about it.
Okay.
I'll leave it to it, though. That's my final take on that one.
All right.
Have a good one, bub.
You too. There he is. Kevin. Wait, it's hot takes. Kevin calling in with the hottest of takes.
Super chat.
The Clipper.
Moss, I want to call in, but a bit nervous.
Don't be nervous. It's a very... the water's nice and warm. Just dip your toes in. Call up. That's the beauty of Discord. You can call from anywhere in the world. anywhere. As long as you have an internet connection, you can hit our Discord. That's why we've been doing Discord. Anyone can call in the show. Anybody can call in to the MMA-Holes. Da 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 da. Sausage. Sausage, you there?
Yo.
How you doing, Sausage? What's going on?
I'm good. So, fucking Floyd Mayweather, what's he fucking doing now, dude? Fucking Gotti of all people? I mean, no disrespect to Gotti, but what has he fucking done? Especially in boxing.
Oh, yeah. He's just doing it for the name. It really caught me off guard. Like, it dropped right before we went live, that story. I only saw that one outlet talking about it.
Like Dylan Dennis of all people.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It is a weird one, but I'm hoping Gotti gets a nice bag of money to do it.
Oh shit! If he's gonna fight people for name, can we get Felony the fucking fight? I mean, come on. I mean, Felony would actually sell that shit.
Imagine Felony. That would be amazing. That would be amazing if Felony
that retirement fight.
Yeah,
get that payday.
I would be 100% down with that. Charles Bennett, Floyd Mayweather, 100%.
All these fucking fights are just a work anyways. Get fucking Floyd extra money.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy, man. Like, Floyd Mayweather just keeps on cha-ching, fighting these weird fights. But at least this guy here, we kind of know who he is. I mean, he hasn't really proved anything in the combat sports world. But the name alone makes it very interesting. And I don't know. I'm kind of down. Like, we know Gotti's going to lose. He's not going to win this fight.
Yeah.
But he's got power. He definitely has power. I just don't think he'll catch him.
Nah, he doesn't have experience. Come on.
And I would have to think that behind the scenes, the Gottis and TMT are just sitting down saying, okay, this is how this is going to go. It's going to be a sparring match. You guys are going to have a little fun out there. Everyone's going to make money. Everyone's going to come out alive.
Scars lit. They talking over.
Yeah. Like, I see all these fish behind me, Sausage. No one's going to be swimming with the fishes if everyone plays by the script,
Exactly. Fucking Floyd, goddamn, dude. How long is he going to do it, dude? He's going to be a fucking old man shit. It's going to be like that goddamn movie. What was it? The Stallone and De Niro boxing movie where they're fucking senior citizens going at it.
You know what's bothering me? Roy Jones Jr. See who he's fighting?
Who?
Oh, boy. Get ready for this. I'm going to go over to Celebrity Boxing. I almost vomited when I saw this. Now, Celebrity Boxing, coincidentally, the brother of David Feldman runs Celebrity Boxing. I forgot his name. Something Feldman. I don't know. But he has Roy Jones Jr. versus NDO Champ. And the NDO Champ he's hilarious. He's that big muscular black guy that walks into places and kicks the fucking bad food out of people's hands and starts screaming at them. You know that guy?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
They're boxing.
You're joking.
I am not joking. It is going down. I'm actually going to show... Dude, I was watching the face-off today. I was like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Here we go.
One more fight. This ain't over. And look, this gonna be the last fight. That will never happen again. It's gonna be all three for you. Come on, one more fight.
Roy Jones didn't really look that great in his last fight. I'm a little worried here. This guy.
Could you imagine?
No, listen up.
Yeah, could you imagine Roy Jones Jr. gets knocked out by this juice head crazy dude, man? It's like, what is Roy Jones Jr. doing, man? Well, I mean, he's getting paid, but this is nuts, man. This is nuts.
Oh, Lord, boxing. I don't know about it anymore.
Yeah, that's happening. That's happening. So Roy Jones goes from Pettis, and he just lost to Anthony Pettis, and now he's going to fight the NDO champ. I guess there's no weight class. I don't know. This guy's massive. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
Well, it kind of sucks about Figueiredo. I mean, they couldn't find anyone else at fucking 135 to fight him. I mean, did Cody Garbrandt fucking retire or what?
I'm a big fan of the God of War, but I got to be honest with you. I'm starting to lose interest. The longer this guy doesn't fight, although he's injured though. He's not cleared. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, I think Davison, it says Davison Figueiredo out of UFC 290 fight with Manel Cape, still not medically cleared. Oh, is it Manel or is it Davison? Davison, hold on.
That was Camp that was injured.
I'm still injured, Figueiredo. Oh, yeah, it's Figueiredo. Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Figueiredo is... Hold on a second. You hear that, Sausage?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yep. Okay, well, that's the Hearns coming in.
I like KFC takes, but they had a Royal Rumble, multiple people fighting, all of a sudden camera on Nate. Okay.
So you think it's staged with Nate? Could be. Could be. Okay, back to Sausage. What else you got, Sausage?
So I heard some shit that there are some lawsuits coming out against the WWE that's going to fuck with the merger.
Really?
Have you heard anything about this?
No, I haven't heard. The only thing I heard was the UFC and WWE is still going to be completely separate. There's not going to be this massive crossover stuff going on. They're going to go do their own things. That's what I heard.
Oh, gotta keep our ears to the ground. Some bad lawsuits, what I heard.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe on one of these I'm sure there's a WWE channel on right now screaming about some sort of lawsuit or something, but I don't know anything about it.
I just want like to say shout out to Ben Askren. I don't think he did anything wrong. You know, you gotta make sure your woman doesn't get an ego on her.
Let's see. I didn't see if he tweeted anything today, but for those of you that don't know, Ben Askren threw his wife under the bus, but not on purpose. It was harmless. But then he, TMZ got hold of it. Oh wait, hold on a second. So yeah, all right, here we go. So, yeah, Ben is having a blast with this. Oh my god. All right. Let me give a backstory because we did this on the gaming channel, but that stream got nuked. So Ben Askren puts this out for those of you that live under a rock. This was last night. I've seen some guys posted on social media lately about how they are winning because their wife is attractive. While I don't disagree, I think finding a wife who is a great mother is 500% more important. Thanks at Obama B, whatever it is, for being such a good mom to our kids. And then post this picture over here basically saying my wife is a 2 and thank you for being a great mom. It's more important than looks. Okay. TMZ got a hold of it. He doubles down, puts a hot picture of his wife up. That's not here anymore. Oh! He took that one down.
Did he delete that one?
He did. So his wife with her tits out is gone. That is not here.
Shit.
So then he posted something here. Okay, so this was 20 minutes ago. Okay. Hold on, let's listen to this. I think this is his wife. The paparazzi finds this is his wife, and she responds to the controversy. Okay, so he did take down a picture of his wife. We went into detail on the gaming stream about this, so I'm not going to go too crazy over it, but this is just dropped.
All right, honey, you got internet famous in your last day. People really enjoy that post I made of you. How offended were you by it?
So offended.
Like, scale 1 to 10.
So she's covering her face. She doesn't want to be part of this. Ben Askren's mumbling,
I can't show my face anywhere again.
Ben Askren's back in the limelight. Got people talking about him. Make sure his wife doesn't get an ego on her.
Oh my god.
I can't show my face anywhere again.
Yeah, I did see him tweet something like, on the man or some shit like that.
Yeah. Do you hear her talking or no?
No, I don't hear nothing.
Ah, shit. So this is a problem we've been having. You know what? I'm going to test this on you. Let's see. Because even when our guests come in, they can't hear this. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Hold on a second, Sausage. You're going to be my test, my guinea pig. Okay, hold on. Output. Do this. All right. Do you hear it now?
Okay. So how do you feel that most people thought I was calling you not that good looking?
Nothing, huh? Let's get to the bottom of this. Mixer. We're going to figure this out, Sausage. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Okay? Do you hear it now?
In the original post.
Faintly.
I mean, I could see how
Heard something.
It's true.
Do you hear it?
Did you ever have any questions about what I was saying?
Well,
Do you hear that? You don't hear it?
Nope.
Okay, heard nothing. Okay. A great mystery. A great mystery that's happening right now, and it's really annoying the hell out of me. What could it be? All right, anyway. I'm going to try one more thing. Hold on. Okay, ready?
Ready. Beat you off with this stick. Beat you off. That didn't come out right.
All right, she's talking about beating him off with a stick. You hear that?
No.
Ah, shit. All right. I'll play this when you get off. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This is annoying. All right. Anyway, okay, so we'll play this Ben Askren thing, but yeah, he's having a little fun. They're having a good time, the two of them. A little flirtatious. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, what else you got?
Not much. I just throwing my pick. I think Mike Perry's gonna win, and fucking Luke Rockhold was cringe as fuck on the goddamn interview today.
Yes, on Ariel's thing.
Yeah,
I agree.
Fucking Mike Perry talking about, oh, your mama wants me to beat you, so you go on home, boy.
Yeah, Luke has never been good at trash talk. You would think by now, pushing 40 years of age, he would have finally got it right. He still doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's fucking training in the Arctic or something, wearing some big ass coat.
Huh. Yeah. That's a weirdo. All right, sausage. Thank you, sausage. There he is. The sausage coming in. Sausage coming in.
Wonderful.
Let me play this real quick. Guru the musical ban me, the homeless stranger. Why would he ban you? That's rude. He's a nice guy. You must have did something wrong. You must have did something really wrong for him to ban you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
His wife don't look too happy. I think divorce is in the future. What a piece of crap. At least she's going to go out and get some BBC.
Oh my God. Oh. All right, here, we'll play the rest of this. Thank you, Chubbs. You think she's gonna get some BBC now?
Beat you away with a stick.
Beat me away with a stick. Got it. All right. So how do you feel about all these insecure ladies and men online who are, so worried about, oh my God, what is Ben's wife gonna think?
He's just getting her to say this so he doesn't look like a complete asshole. He's like, honey, please just show everyone you're not mad at me. Like, dude, are you kidding me?
Think about these people.
Maybe they're very sensitive and thoughtful. Stop recording me.
Oh my God. Dude, what are you doing, bro?
How do you feel about being one of the best wives ever?
I'll take that compliment.
All right. So, no offense.
Give me your hand.
You can't get your hand back. All right. The world loves you, Amy.
Shut
up. Oh my God. What is going on? What is going on? It is funny that he took down the picture of her tits out. Dude, that's hilarious. What the fuck is going on? All right. I can't with this Ben Askren shit anymore. It's mind-numbingly like, oh, I feel like my brains are melting from this. Okay. We have any other calls? Let's see. What else we got here? Got a little Dr. C. Dr. C. Let's see if Dr. C. Dr. C. Dr. C. He probably fell asleep again. He has a habit of, all right, you're out. Let's see. Comic Unicorn. They were in standby. If you guys are on hold, just chill. Like, if you're trying to call in, just chill, wait. We'll pick it up. Here we go. Comic Unicorn?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing amazing. Today was a really good day.
All right. Good to hear. Good to hear. So what's on your mind?
It's on my mind. So, well, this weekend was actually really fun. Not just because of all the fights that occurred, but also because I actually got to attend my first Muay Thai seminar.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if you're familiar.
You're not sure what? Did we just lose him? He just dropped out. Let's try it again. He's gone. The unicorn, he went to a Muay Thai seminar. Wait, what the fuck? It says my voice has been connected in another section. What's the deal? Hold on, let me try this again. That might be on my end. Oh, okay. That might have been on my end.
Whoa, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I see.
That's my fault. I think because I had two windows open and it just. All right. Anyway, go ahead. Muay Thai seminar.
Oh. Yeah. Are you familiar with a guy named Sean Fagan?
It sounds familiar, but not quite sure. Who is that?
He's a former Muay Thai fighter who actually lives in New York.
Okay.
And what he's famous for is that he's known as the Muay Thai guy because he has a bunch of videos on YouTube where he breaks down fights, talks a lot about Muay Thai technique. He even lived in Thailand for some time and used to fight there and everything. But he recently retired.
Okay.
But he still does seminars, and it was really cool. It was kind of because he's part of the reason why I started training. He even had articles about what to do when you're first starting out and everything. So it was kind of I was kind of starstruck that, oh my God, it's him. There he is. And here I am at his seminar. And yeah, he taught a lot of good techniques, good combos. You know, he's very fundamental, but I mean, fundamentals works almost 100% of the time if you do it properly. And I mean, if you're in a fight and you're in the championship rounds and both you and your opponent are tired, I mean, the basics are what's going to get you through, especially in Muay Thai.
Yeah, Muay Thai is, I tell you what, man, if you want to learn striking, Muay Thai is the way, baby. Like, you're hitting from all different angles. That's some vicious shit, man. Just watching when William Knight was doing a little Muay Thai back in the day. And just, I tell you what, like, and when ONE FC or Ryzen or these other promotions have, like, mix of Muay Thai and MMA, the Muay Thai fights are a nice, like, refreshing change from just MMA fights. So Muay Thai is a lot of fun to consume.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, you see it all the time in MMA. There's a lot of Muay Thai techniques that are used, and it's also very fast paced.
Yeah.
So I love it. It's been my favorite martial art for a long time.
Sure. Yeah, I bet, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, and another thing too, I just found out about that Roy Jones Jr. fight. What a fucking circus, man.
Yeah, I was like a little depressed watching them face. I like this NDO guy. I think he's hilarious on the internet, but my goodness, Roy Jones, what is happening here? It's like Rocky fighting, what's it called? Hulk Hogan, you know? It's like, what's going on? What the hell's going on?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That was hilarious too. But I mean, this one, I hope he's getting a really good bag, but it's kind of weird because, I mean, with Roy Jones, I mean, it was fun at first. You know, he came back to fight Mike Tyson, two guys who were around that same era. But now it's like, what's going on here? Like, I mean, I like I said, I hope he gets a nice bag. I hope he wins as well. He should win, right? I mean, all that muscle, you would have to assume that, you know, NDO, if he tries to go guns blazing, he's going to tire himself out pretty quick. And at that point, you know, Roy's going to do what Roy does, even if he is, you know, older. Now, if he does knock out Roy, I think I'm going to throw up and I'm going to be depressed for about a week.
Yeah, I'm still trying to recover from Pettis being Jones Jr., you know? Like, I don't know. Like, I kind of didn't want to see that. And listen, usually I typically root for the MMA guy, but Roy Jones is a G, man. He's a legend. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. This whole thing is... Like, I don't know. You're making the money, you're having a little fun doing it, okay, but it's starting to become like weirdly embarrassing now. But I guess it's the thing, you know. Boxers, you know, they want to keep it going. They still have that itch, but they want to have a little fun. They can't fight the top guys out there, so let's have some novelty fights and make some money. I don't know. It's just weird. But I'll probably watch the highlights.
Yeah, I agree. Same. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be on a pay-per-view, but I'm not super hyped about it. And yeah, I get what you mean. You know, another example that we saw was when Vitor Belfort beat Evander Holyfield. I mean, Evander didn't have any business being in there. And I mean, again, there's another guy who's a legend. I mean, he's on the Olympics team back in the 80s. You know, fought Mike Tyson twice, former champion, this and that. and to see him just go down against an obviously, you know, TRT Vitor.
You know,
it was sad, man.
What bothers me is like someone like Jesse, for instance, who's never seen like these guys fight, you know, and this is what they see of them fighting. Like, you know, like if you've watched them fight from back in the day, you can kind of let it go, right? You like, oh, I've seen them at their prime and they were unbelievable, right? But there are a newer generation now, or even the young kids out there that see Evander Holyfield as an old, washed up boxer. They don't even know the history. They just watch him get beat up by Vitor. And like, say if Roy Jones gets smacked around over here, that's all they know. You know, like, what are you gonna?
Oh yeah, no, I get it, dude.
It's rough.
It's rough, and it's so annoying because you know, we as fans, like for example, oh man, I'm trying to think. So I kind of because I know this because I experienced it. I experienced this with BJ Penn. Mm-hmm. The year I started watching MMA was literally the year that BJ Penn started to go on a downfall.
Okay.
And it wasn't until a little later that I went back. I watched all his highlights from his early UFC days, and it was like, holy shit, this guy was a beast. And I mean, so nowadays, whenever I see, you know, an old legend, I always make sure to watch. Mm-hmm. You know, when they were in their prime at their absolute maximum. Yeah. And I feel like that's what everybody should do. But again, you know, most casual fans, they have short memories. They only tune in for the craziness. And yeah, man, it's annoying. It's rough that because that's their first impression is seeing something like that.
It's like
it's annoying. It's sad.
That movie, The Wrestler. What was it with Mickey Rourke? Where it's like, it's just so depressing as he's going out there and he's just trying to, you know, perform, and it's just like this tragic story. Like, I feel like these athletes that are just doing these novelty fights and getting embarrassed by people that shouldn't be embarrassing them. It's just rough, man. It's rough as a fan to, I don't know. Like, if it's someone I don't give a shit about, all right, have at it. I'll watch it. It's fun. But, you know, guys like Roy Jones, it's like, you don't want to see him getting flatlined by this fucking bodybuilder. Could you imagine? This dude just flatlines him. Oh, my God.
Oh, no, man. But, yeah, pray that it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And real quick, let's, you know, because it is starting to get a little bit depressing. I apologize for bringing it up. But let's bring up, like, more exciting things. I mean, this weekend we got BKFC. And, you know, based on the way you've described it, based on what I've seen, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike Perry's a fun guy to watch. I mean, so is Luke. I mean, Luke's always been, I mean, in my opinion, he's been a fun guy to watch. He's might be socially awkward, you know, with the interviews and things he does and says. But the guy's a true fighter. He's really good. I'm not sure how he's going to perform. I hope he performs well, but I do expect Mike Perry to win because he's already got the experience in BKFC, and he already had some decent boxing even before this, whereas Luke is mainly, I mean, he's got good hands, of course, but he's mainly known for his kicks and his supreme grappling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's what makes it fascinating because, yeah, there is a drastic size difference. But if you look at Perry's skill set and where he thrives compared to where Luke thrives, yeah, Luke is a little handcuffed into this fight. So that, I guess that's how it evens out a little bit. But I still would have to imagine that Luke would do anything he can to clinch up with Perry and use that big size to just kind of tire out Perry, you know, and not let him get at those hands going.
Yeah, that would be a very good strategy for sure. Use that length and reach his advantage, and then try to put that weight on Perry.
Yeah.
Although interesting thing, I actually saw a video of Mike Perry training and sparring with Lyoto Machida, which I thought was really cool. You know, former middleweight and light heavyweight. So, and he also has also Lyoto has that crazy good movement, you know, darting in and out. So, you know, I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this fight goes.
The Dragon, a legend, Lyoto Machida. Yeah.
I love Lyoto Machida. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I know there's also the UFC, Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone. I'm interested in that one as well. I kind of hope Song wins, which is kind of weird because I've never been a Team Alpha Male guy, like, you know, with Benavidez and Chad Mendes, who I also expect to win this weekend. But Chad Mendes, like those guys, I don't know why. I've just never been a fan of those guys. Probably because I was more of a DJ and Cruz guy. But I do hope Song wins. He's got a lot of promise, and so does Ricky. So it's a very interesting fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Ricky he's looked fantastic lately. It's crazy, man. And Yadong, he's bouncing off that loss. To Corey. So I mean, this is a fascinating. Wow, Ricky's the favorite. I understand why Ricky's looked so good lately.
Ricky is the favorite. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's hit his stride. I'm hoping that this line is like a pick 'em. I'm kind of rooting for Ricky Simón, man. Like, I like his run. Nothing against Yadong Song because he's always in a fun fight. But I feel like after watching him against Sandhagen, I feel like we know how this guy could lose. And Simón is just relentless. He's got the grappling. He's just constantly coming at you. He's like a lunatic. I kind of want to see what Simón can do. I really do want to see what he can do and if he can make a move. But I hear what you're saying about Team Alpha Male. Yeah, I never found myself rooting for them either.
Yeah, I mean, Song's the first one. I mean, the only other guy really was TJ, but I mean, he ended up leaving shortly after he won the championship anyways. Mm-hmm. But Song, I mean, I don't know, there's something I like about him.
Yeah.
But Ricky Simón is also really, really good. He's like he said, he's relentless, and he's I don't know what the right word is. He's very sticky. Like the guy, you just can't get that guy off of you.
What was his last loss to Merab, I think, right? Who was his last loss?
No, he actually beat Merab.
Oh, that's right. He did beat Merab. Yeah, you're right.
Beat Merab. That was a crazy fight. A crazy finish. Font was his last loss. Okay, well,
There's
I mean,
Merab.
that's not a horrible loss. I mean, we saw what he did to Adrian Yanez, who's a young up-and-comer.
Yeah, the Uriah Faber fight. Now I remember that one where Faber shocked everyone with that fight. I remember because Simón was on a run
caught him
before
right
that.
behind the ear.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, and Rob Font beat him by unanimous decision. That's correct. So yeah, if you look at the guys he's lost to, yeah, especially the way Rob Font, it's weird, man. It's so weird how he's like, wait, pump the brakes, man, and destroyed Yanez like that. That was nuts.
Man, I can't get over that one, man. And it's great because I was rooting for Yanez, but I don't know. I couldn't help but feel good for Rob, man. He really needed that win.
This is a big step up. Like, I was just looking at his recent wins, Simón, and you do have Ray Borg, who's actually looked good. What, was an Eagle FC or some shit? He actually looked good over there. Was a decent UFC fighter.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
But you're looking at these guys, Jack Shore, Sun Seau, Brian Kelleher. I mean, Yadong Song is a pretty big step up for Ricky. So this is really a good matchup. Solid main event.
For sure, man. Good matchmaking as always.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night and take care. You and Jess.
All right. There we go. Get out of here.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. Comic Unicorn coming in. Comic Unicorn coming in. I've been a lot nicer to those that are afraid to call the show. I've been very nice on the phone lines. I've let you guys riff. Haven't been really shitting on you. I've been trying to make a conscious effort of being nicer, especially without Jesse here, because there's no soft side to it. Although Jesse's pretty ruthless on the calls, but I used to be very right. I've been very nice. Can we have a round of applause for me? Yeah, last couple of years I've been pretty nice with them. Maybe because I'm a dad now. I don't know. All right, and H, the knitter. Knitter, how you doing?
Wonderful.
Nice. Wonderful. So much stuff coming at us this weekend. How moist are you for Saturday?
Very moist and wet, definitely.
Yeah, all right. Round of applause for Ann. Moist and wet. Woo!
Wonderful.
That's good to hear. Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah. Always do. Yeah, it's like, let's see, let me see the full card. I got it on TV. I'm talking on the phone, so I can't pull.
Which one would you like to look at, Ann? Would you like to look at
UFC?
UFC?
Yeah, the UFC one. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see who else is fighting. I'm old, remember?
It's okay.
So I got to look at,
That's all right. You got the co-main event of Caio Borralho versus Mikel Alexichuk. That's actually a really good fight. Borralho, isn't he coming from the Contender Series? Yeah, Contender Series, and he's on a 3-fight win streak. All decisions, unanimous. And then Alexichuk, Brundage, didn't he finish Sam Alvey? Yeah, Sam Alvey. That's a good fight. Actually, you know what? Good matchups. It's just not like household names, you know?
Yeah, not big names. It doesn't look. It's not bad, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I was looking at it going, well, not too bad, but like everybody's saying, the bare-knuckle has got a lot of MMA people we know on fighting on there.
Yeah.
That's really good too. Is this on before that, or are they on close?
Yeah, UFC is first, and it looks like so. I have a feeling the UFC did this on purpose. Yeah, so 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for prelims, and then the main card starts at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that'd be 5, 6, 7 Eastern Time. So yeah, it should. I think bare knuckle starts at 9.
Okay.
So
yeah, we get to watch the previews for that
Yeah.
the bare knuckle. Or is that free, or do you have to pay for that too?
bare knuckle is a pay-per-view. Yeah, I think it's like a $40 pay-per-view for bare knuckle.
Oh.
Yeah.
The way.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to pay these guys. But yeah, so the UFC event will just end probably, it'll probably roll right into the main card of bare knuckle, and then we'll get to the a couple of fights, and then boom, Rothwell, Ferreira, Alvarez, Mendes. It's gonna be good.
I like watching bare knuckle. You know, it's better than watching regular boxing.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know how I feel about regular boxing.
I know, and Sanosi coming in.
I think put nicer on the phone because you're not doing Save the Show every week. Just my guess.
Yeah, it's true. I don't open the phone lines as much as I did before. Pre-Jesse, I was pretty... But then again, it was like the Wild West. Like with Discord, I feel like the calls... Like I haven't had to be mean. You know, everyone's been pretty cool in the Discords. When I had open phone lines to everyone, we had the N-word and... like people just calling up, like jerking off.
Yeah. I mean, you never knew who was calling in, I don't think. Unless she kind of recognized the number.
Yeah, Discord people are afraid because then we could just ban them from the Discord and they're gone. So it's like, it's harder to troll, I guess.
They would just come back under another name like the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's super easy to do that, but they're just too lazy to do that. So, yeah, it's been very civilized.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah, it is.
We're gonna have to change
Everybody
that.
tries to it's I kind of miss, like you said, the old days, but hey, you know, that's the old days. Moving up, you know, can't stay back in the past. Gotta move on.
Yeah.
But it's good to have those memories and been around since then. God, is it gonna be 7 years of it? 7 years in August? Oh my God.
You know, I was thinking, I was like, oh my God, 7 years of wasting my life on YouTube. What is going on? But it's been amazing. It has. It's gone so fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, the last few years grown quite a bit, like especially when you first started out.
Right?
It's
so
like
nuts, man.
Hardly any. Yeah, it's like crazy. And then the live chat you can still, but you couldn't see. You know, it's kind of weird. You go back to watch the old stuff. You know, it's like, where's the live chat? Well, they didn't have.
Yeah,
the
very, very beginning, I was like, how do I do that? Like, I had no idea how to do any of the graphics. It was just my stupid head.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had to look at my dumb face. Yeah. And now.
Yeah. You had a
look at
little
us.
less gray, and you know, the
lot,
in the
yeah.
head. Now you're getting a little more gray. And...
Yeah, I had a lot less. Today I dyed my beard again, but it's very contrasty. But you got to see it beforehand. I swear to God, I was like looking at myself. I was like, oh my God, Ann. If one day I should just show up with all the gray and people, they won't even recognize me. It's nuts. What am I going to do? Ann, do you shave your beard? Do you dye your beard?
I have to shave my beard.
You
I
shave
hate
it?
that.
But do you dye it?
It gets longer than it gets more bushier than Mike's. It's like Jesus.
Yeah.
Stupid menopause. God.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
But you know what's funny? Like when I started this show, and for a good like 3 years too, everyone was saying, bro, you dye your beard, you dye your beard. Like everyone was saying it all the time. I was like, no. I'm like, oh, dye my beard. That's crazy. Like I thought it was like, what are you talking about, dye my beard? Because I started late. Like I started at 39 doing this, right? And everyone was asking me, what the hell? How do you, that's got to be dyed. And then when I started dyeing my beard, no one said anything. Like everyone was just like, all right. It's weird. Like it's reversed. Now everyone should be asking me if I dye my beard. And the answer is yes. But
yeah, and then I got a clue, you know, how it is now. You know, you can see everything with the great. I can see everything now. You can't miss. You can't.
Yeah, that's right. We'll just tune into the last stream. It was all patchy and shit. Anyway.
Yeah.
Enough about my beard.
Thanks, Kenochi, for the game night. That was fun.
Yeah.
I had fun. I needed that. So I had fun.
Very good time. Yeah. That was a good time.
She did pretty good in that murder one. That was pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, I'm a little upset that YouTube took it down. Like, well, actually, it'll probably come up in a couple of days. We clipped out that part, so you can go back and check it out.
I was wondering about that. I was like, oh. Well,
yeah.
Oh well.
It's a jitterbug.
Now I know why. I was like, oh my god.
We got whammed.
But, yeah. You got whammed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, super chat.
We got the clipper.
Moss, I keep calling, but it ends after 3 minutes.
Where the hell are you, bro? No, what do you mean it ends after 3? Well, it doesn't even say you're calling. You're not even coming up.
It doesn't end, no.
Yeah, when you're chilling on hold, like, is it just constantly ringing the whole time?
Yeah, it'll start up ringing first. You'll hear it for like very little, and then it goes, and you're just on hold, and it says, "You're ongoing. It's on hold."
Oh, okay.
You know, it doesn't ring anymore. You just know you're on hold because you're looking at the minutes.
Mm-hmm. Clipper, what's going on, man? What's he doing? What's he doing wrong?
I don't know.
Are you hitting call, Clipper? You hitting call?
Yeah. You gotta physically hit the. Come on, I'm old. I figured this stuff out when it started. Remember?
That's true. It's true. You're not wrong. I could actually I could call the Clipper. All right. So what else you got, Ann? What else you got on your mind?
I was just saying how much fun it's gonna be this weekend with all the fights and everything. Of course, Mike's like, you know.
It's gonna be a long Saturday. Yeah.
So
a lot
I'm
going
being
on.
good, but you know, we're doing. I've been so busy. So we've been a lot of leads for some jobs. So I've been busy working. He's been busy, and hopefully those jobs come through.
Yeah.
Some big jobs can pay. Like you said, it's kind of scary on your own, but he likes it better. I like it. So, you know, it's your own time, your own business, your own, you know, what you make. And like you said, it's kind of scary sometimes, but, you know, taxes kind of got us, but oh well, next year it won't be as bad, but
yeah,
things happen. Poor truck. That's why I'm happy about this weekend. I had fun. Our poor work truck, it blew a gasket. Yeah. The one they have to take when they have to, you know, cost a lot.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun when life starts popping up, things start happening on top of the stress of running the business. Yeah, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. But that sucks. A gasket blow. That's not good. How much is it to fix that?
Yeah, someone said, get a new truck. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to pull that out of our budget.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we were in the market. We're in the market for we want to get a truck. And then once we like crunched the numbers, I was like, yeah, it's not going to happen. It's like, yeah, we're going to stick to the Sonata. Good old 2011, baby. Oh, God.
Hey, I beat that Dodge is 2002.
Is it really? Oh, jeez. You really milked the hell out of that truck. Good for you. It's good stuff.
Well, yeah, but I didn't put too many miles on it.
Yeah.
Didn't have that many miles, so that's good. Hasn't had too big of things gone wrong with it in all these years, is what I just said. So, but yeah, so I'm happy about this Saturday, and the MMA hole is going to be there. So, you know, hey, I'm looking up. Things happen. We'll get through it like we always do, and everybody else. And I got the MMA holes, and you guys through a lot of stuff, so all through the years. So
that's right.
Just going to support you guys, and you know, keep going. And man, you're going to be bigger than Joe and all those other guys.
Oh, you know it, Ann. You know it. You preach, baby, preach. All right.
I know. You know. You're going to take off. You guys going to take over everything. Don't matter. It's like you snap your fingers and they're all be gone. You're going to still be going.
That's
right.
right.
I got into a weird voice there. Tried to be funny.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your. Thank you. All right, Ann. Listen, I appreciate it. I hope things get a little bit better for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Get out of here. All right. You know, I noticed with Ann, like, we just start talking like, you know, we're family. And then we just throw a little UFC in there. But then we get back to the family chat. That's how me and Ann roll. There's really nothing you can do about it. We just have a family conversation, you know? But I love Ann. She's great. She's great people. Ann has been like with us from the very beginning. So, the gaming stream's back? Hell yeah, man. All right. Alan Tam, you just missed it. Jesse walked out in a thong. She's brushing her teeth, and she's behind the camera in a thong. So there is Jessie. All right. I got to take a piss, but 2 joints is on hold. And the Clipper, if you want to talk, I can call you so we can get 2 more quick calls. Let me take a quick piss. Stare at this fucking fish tank. Just take a look at this. I got to take a leak. I've been drinking coffee. So stare at our fish tank. I'll be right back. And we'll take 2 more calls and wind it down. Okay. All right. All right, let's wind this puppy down. I told you, she's in a thong. She just walked by. All right. We'll get 2 joints. I don't know about you guys, but my old bladder, when I drink caffeine, it goes right through me. 2 joints.
Chris, brother, how are you doing tonight, my man?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That's awesome. I am pumped up. I have got Canadian playoff intensity right now. And I'd really like to say, when you go back and rewatch the stream, I was the first one in the chat to realize you had your beard colored. But you know what, Moss? That's fine. You look like Tom Selleck tonight. I'm okay with that. I'm not gay, but I just think you're a decent guy, and you're probably a 6 out of 10, on the look scale. But that beard was rocking. But and back to the Jackbox game, the picture with JBM on it and stuff. That was.
Wait, what is going on with your audio? There's like some clicking going on.
Oh, I'm not really sure, Moss, but is it really annoying? Or?
It's just like, I don't know, something clanking or clicking. I don't know, something going. Oh, now I don't hear it.
Okay. All right, Moss. Well, I'm so pumped up. The Leafs, man, they're up 3-1. Fucking Florida. They held on tight, Moss. They only had 18 shots throughout the whole game, got it to overtime, and they fucking won in overtime. So, Game 6 in Florida. And the Rangers, they've got to find their groove.
All right, hold on. Are you talking on a, is it like a earpiece or something like that that's rubbing against your clothes?
Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, because something's like, every time you talk, it's like this clicking sound.
Okay. Well, it should be a little bit better now. I just made an adjustment. But,
there you go.
Holy fuck. And the Leafs play tomorrow, game 6. They're up 3-1, or game 5, they're up 3-1, Moss. I'm just so pumped up right now.
Yeah, good for you.
UFC fights this weekend.
Yeah, the Leafs.
I built a fence today. I built a fence today, Moss, all by myself. I dug 6 fucking holes, 2 feet deep, and I put all the poles in, and I put the boards on. It looks like a fucking whorehouse for a fence. It's because of the deer and the bear. They've been knocking my shit over, so I'm fighting back.
Okay.
Cocksuckers. And I get an axe, Moss, from Ragnarok, God of War. If I run into a bear in the middle of the night, one of us ain't coming home. I'm telling you, man. I've got. All
right. Jesus Christ. Are you guys trying to test my patience? What is going? I don't give a. I'm glad you're having a great day. I feel like you're just testing me. I'm trying. I love 2 joints, man. I love them, but fuck. He's just going on about his day, complete. Give me something here, man. What the fuck? He's talking about an axe. The clicking is happening. All right, let's call the clicker. The Clipper. Okay. All right. I feel like because I said I was being nice, I feel like I'm being tested. All right, let's call the Clipper. I'm ready. Start the call. 2 joints, bro. Just fucking, I don't know. We'll talk about some UFC, or it was just going on and on about this fucking axe, and it was driving me nuts. I think the clicking might have been throwing me off a little bit too. But I can't, man. Clipper, I'm calling you right now. So get ready. Clipper going once. Going twice. All right, Clipper. We tried. We tried to connect. I don't know what's going on, man. If you have the app open, it should be going through. If it's on your phone, if it's on the computer, I don't know. All right. All right. Well, that was fun. Oh my God. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate it. Oh, is he here? Oh, we might have contact. Clipper, you there? Oh, here we go. Clipper?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. What's going on, Clipper? How you doing?
No, it's man. Good, yeah. You?
I'm doing good. So it's first time calling, right?
Yeah. I was a bit nervous at first.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous, man.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, what do you think of Pavlovich? Everyone's calling him the next Francis Ngannou, the white Ngannou, but he hasn't KO'd anyone. Like, he hits them, he knocks them out, he TKOs people. He doesn't actually put them out cold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, that was the criticism that Connor's like, I'm sparking all these guys, but everything was like, he clips them and then he ground and pounds them. Is that what you're saying? TKO, he doesn't have that flash knockout ability?
Yeah, he doesn't have one punch KO lights out. He hasn't done that to anyone.
Well, you know what? It's a good point, but we're in MMA, so it really doesn't matter. I think, listen, Pavlovich's chin was so scary. How he was getting hit and wasn't even phased. He was stopping takedowns by Curtis Blades like it was nothing. That is very scary. If I'm a heavyweight, I'm going to be completely on the lookout for Pavlovich. Get the hell out of the way, because that guy seems to be a problem.
Yeah, he's a pump as well.
And the question, like Kevin from Chicago said before, it's just, can he go into the deep water? What happens when we pass round 1? You know, what are we going to see from the guy then?
After second, third round, you start to gasp.
Mm-hmm.
But you seen him in the Overeem fight. He didn't do well in that at all.
Yeah. The Overeem fight was the knockout, and some may say Overeem was kind of past his prime over there in that fight. And Overeem took his soul. So, I mean, he can be finished, but I think he's kind of cleaned up his game. And or maybe he just got tougher. I don't know. I mean, I can't believe he took those shots like it was nothing. I really can't.
Yeah. He's fighting all people coming off losses as well. Everyone he's fought that he's beat has come off a loss.
That's good. Well, yeah. I guess because Blades is that Aspinall fight doesn't really count.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, yeah. Curtis Blades, Tuivasa, Lewis, and Shamil. That's one of the reasons why I picked Blades in the fight. I was like looking at his resume. I'm like, I mean, I'm looking at these heavyweights and the timing worked out for them. They're not champions. So I thought Curtis was going to be able to take him down or at least slow him down. He couldn't. He ran right through Curtis. So who knows? I mean, you fight a Cyril Gane, who is a very technical striker. That's very interesting. You fight a guy like Tommy Aspinall. That's very interesting. And, of course, John Jones and Stipe. Those will answer some questions for sure.
Do you think he beats Jones?
Fucking hell, man. I got to pick Jones until he loses. I am not going against John until he loses.
What do you think of the Chandler versus Conor fight? I reckon Chandler smokes him. First rank.
There are videos going around of Michael Chandler training like a complete savage, and then you got Conor sipping on scotch, doing blow, whatever the hell he's doing, horsing around at the casino. I mean, I would imagine Chandler's going to be a decent-sized favorite.
Yeah, I think Chandler tries to take him out with the front kick. He did Ferguson. He tries that a few times.
Listen,
I don't know if the fight even happened, to be honest.
I want Conor to win. I really do. I need Conor to win and have that whole crazy circus come back into town, but I am not optimistic. It scares the shit out of me, that fight.
No, you can just tell he ain't really been training as much. He's already eating it anymore. He's got too much money to care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty much, man. That's what it comes down to. So you're from England?
Yeah, from England, yeah.
Very nice. What time is it over there?
It's 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow, damn. Dude, what the fuck? Are you getting ready for work or something?
No, I get up early for work every day, so I ain't for work today. But so I always get up early anyway.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
Very good, very good. All right. Anything else on your mind?
What do you think of the Nate Diaz incident happened, and what do you think about him fighting Jake as well? Like, Nate, do you think he's going to get sued or done for the choking that bloke out?
Yeah, he's got to make sure he doesn't catch that battery charge. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of getting like, it's like him fighting people in the street over and over again. It's getting a little silly. I think that like he's a professional athlete and people shouldn't be going up to him and starting shit. But I don't know. He's got these money fights. He might as well do these money fights, get paid big bucks to do that rather than, I don't know why these guys are fighting in the street.
He's going to lose. He's going to make all that money, but he's going to lose a lot of it if he carries on from fighting in the street. He's going to get sued out his ass.
It just seems silly. Like, I get it. They're tough. They're fighters. No matter what, they don't back down. Shoulders rolled forward. Nate's a G. I get it. He's a gangster, whatever you want to call him. But I don't know. It's just weird. Like, just do what you got to do. Like, I don't know. Or retire and then start some street fights. Have a little fun. I don't know. Like, it's just weird that this guy is still going to compete and still has street fights going on. It doesn't make any sense to me.
He's not multi-millionaire, he's just scrapping the street like a 25-year-old drunk. Really, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I know a lot of Nate fans will probably be like, "Oh, you're soft, you're this, you're that." I like Nate. You know, I want him to beat Jake Paul. I do want to see that happen, but I want to see the fight happen. I don't want him to get arrested. Like that sucks if he gets arrested.
Yeah. So, I mean, I want him to go back. I wanted him to go back to UFC to fight Conor again as well. That third fight has to happen. Them two fights for me were like one of some of the greatest fights I've ever seen. They weren't technically the greatest, but for me, just the rivalry, the lead up to the fight, the fight was like just a stand and bang fights. They were incredible for me. I wanted to see number 3.
It was so exciting. That first fight when Conor was just lumping him up and then ran out of gas and Nate finishes him. I was in the building for that. It was electric. And I was crying in the stands, but people were going nuts. It was such a powerful moment for Nate Diaz. I think the biggest Nate Diaz moment of all time. Like, I mean, if he knocked out Leon Edwards in that fight, if he knocked out Leon, that would have been nuts too. But that moment beating Conor McGregor, I don't think he'll ever top that. And then the second fight, these guys are going round for round with each other. I mean, one of the best decision fights of all time, Nate Conor 2. Some say Nate won, some say Conor won. People still debating it. I loved that fight. Of course, we need to see a third.
Yeah, when Nate when he beat Conor the first time, when that happened, I was screaming so loud. When I had my little girl there, and I was screaming so loud, she started screaming. She started crying. She got all upset. Screaming red off. Yeah. And then when Nate, when he nearly chinned Edwards, I was screaming that loud. I lost my voice for like a week. It was insane. I was screaming. I was like, "Oh!" I was going absolutely mental, insane.
I thought that Conor lost in real time. Like I thought Nate won that fight, the second one, but then I rewatched it and I kind of see how Conor won it, but it was very close, razor thin. That fight.
I've rewatched it quite a lot of times, and I reckon Nate won, but you can't be mad at the judges for giving it to Conor. But he gave it to Conor because he's a bigger draw for the sport, really. But Nate, I thought he won the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very, very close. So, I mean, Nate could be up 2-0. That's what he's walking around saying. But the third one has to happen. I mean, it won't suck. It'll be great.
And a post-fight speech as well that I'm not surprised. What did he say? Was it? I ain't surprised, motherfuckers. That was insane. Just everything about the fights. It was epic. It was one of the greatest things I've ever watched, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Listen, Conor's Conor. Like even his best days are behind him. He's got this Netflix special coming out in May. Hopefully he can pull his ass out of. What's that?
Documentary.
What's that?
Is that another documentary?
Yeah. There's one coming out. I think it's like May 17th or something like that. He put it on his social. Yeah, it's like a Netflix. It's basically documenting his recovery from the Poirier fight, and he explains like him losing his shit. When he was on the mic with Rogan.
Load of coke.
Yeah. It's gonna be such a. It's gonna paint Conor as this fucking hero. Somehow he's gonna come out of this like a hero. But I'll watch it. Yeah, it's a whole thing. He's definitely coked up now. There's no doubt about it. You saw him running around with Garcia and Floyd Mayweather's dad after the fight.
You could just tell, because I go down the pub, you see a load of the boys on it and stuff. You could just see, when you see the way he acts, body language, you can tell he's out of his face on it. You
100%. Yeah, his eyes are bulging out of his head. His speech is so fast. Like, it's like, dude, chill.
Yeah,
bro.
he's always like red-faced and like, looks like he's family all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's a hot mess. He's a hot mess. All right.
I was going to ask, what's the one there? Has Jesse on Fire ever said anything about it in text or anything?
I never followed up with that. I never did. I still speak to Jesse, but I haven't really followed up with that.
Yeah, no. First time he acknowledged me in 3 months was on someone's on their YouTube videos in the comments. First time he tried to like come back and diss me, I was just like, it was terrible. I said, you got to leave it out.
So he did see it?
He's seen the video. He knows what he knows exactly. He's seen the videos.
Oh, okay.
I've written a comment, and he's done a new podcast with the two brothers, the Jesse Smollett brothers, the ones that pretended to beat him up, screaming MAGA country.
Wait, what? He's doing a podcast with Jesse Smollett?
Yeah. No, the two brothers that staged the attack with Jesse Smollett. Jesse on Fire is doing a podcast with them.
What? Is he really?
Yeah, I put in the comments what I normally put about him. Don't never forget he's a groomer. No, he defended grooming and stuff like that. And then he'd come back at me with some terrible joke. What I said, if the Clippers' dad would have picked a better woman to groom, he wouldn't have had such a dimwit son.
Wait, hold on. What's this channel called?
I think it's called the Austin Brothers or something. If you type in their name if you try to find them on YouTube, their name.
The Austin Brothers?
I don't know. It's some African name like the Osbula Brothers or something.
Hold on. Let's see. Brothers. I'm just going to put something out there on Fire. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Jesse on Fire. I don't know where it is. Wait, hold on.
He's done like 4 episodes of them, I think.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I got to ask him about it. I'm curious. So he's doing a podcast with them. Huh? All right. Well, hopefully it does well. Good stuff. All right.
Maybe.
All right, man.
Cool. Anyway.
Well, I appreciate talking to you, man. It was nice chatting with you.
All right. Never forget Jesse Fire as a groomer.
Okay, I won't. All right, thank you. There he is. Okay, there is the Clipper he's popping his cherry. Popped his cherry. All the way from the UK. All right. 2 joints. I hope you're not too mad at me, man. It was just, if you listen back to that that conversation, you would have hung up on yourself too. But guys, love everyone. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Thank you to everyone that hit the like button. Thank you to the OGs and the new Gs. Really appreciate it. From the bottom of my MMA hole, we wouldn't be here without the people, the holes. So thank you. Thank you to the members, the donators, the likers, the people that share the stream. Appreciate everybody. Thank you to the sponsors as well. Bare-knuckle is going down. There's a press conference tomorrow. I think I'm going to do some family time, so I'm probably not going to do that. But if you want to check it out, go to Bare-knuckle's channel. And Mike Perry and I'm getting the axe. And Luke Rockhold are going to just yell at each other, I guess. Friday we'll do Fuqar Friday. And Saturday will be marathon stream throughout the UFC and Bare-knuckle. I'll probably get high. It's an excuse. If you subscribe to our second channel, not the MMA-Holes, what's up, Guru? The musical. How you doing, buddy? By the way, does anyone have a clip of what's that guy's name? Red Bar. I wanna see myself on Red Bar. I need to jerk off to that. So if anyone has that clip, Mr. Musical, if you do have your hands on that, if you could slide in, send it. I want to check that out. But anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. Cooking with JBM's channels over there. Not the MMA-Holes streams are usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Maybe we'll be live tomorrow. I'm not sure, but if we are, it's on Not the MMA-Holes. So go check that out. Our last stream is back up. So if you want to see the Jackbox party, we had some good laughs during that stream, courtesy of Sonosi. You moved house. I hope it went well. Hope you had a good move. That's the worst. That is the fucking worst. Moving is not fun. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by, but we got to get out of here. Too late. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.
Pearl cream.
See you Friday.